Uno.
Beans and Rice audience, as always, it is excellent to be back. We appreciate all of your support, all of your love. It is the #1 comedy fucking podcast in Utah. It is your boy, the Butter Pecan.
Puerto Rican.
Host.
And coming from the streets of Barrio Fino, West Valley City. Shout out to the Tongan community.
Yeah, hearts with you guys.
And it's all my heart is with you guys because my name is Beefy.
666.
And you know what the 666 stands for.
Stands for Quasimodo.
Okay. And then we got somebody that came in, you know what I mean?
It's one of them.
You guys have me, guys. It's just me today.
You know, Alice, she got too crunk
Shout
at
out
the
to
K the Dog
Alice.
concert, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hangover for 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
3
you know.
days. 3 days.
We were having so much fun, huh?
Yeah. A bit too litty.
Oh yeah, she was out there drinking, you know what I
She
mean?
was truly
Drinking
dedicated
and
to the
winking because
drinks.
Magnolia was there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We finally got to meet Magnolia.
She was winking with her lips.
Yeah.
We did meet Magnolia. It was nice to meet
Both
her.
lips.
Yeah.
Do you think you could wink with your bottom lip, actually?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine.
Is that a Kegel or is that a queef, you think?
Dude, it could be both.
It's
It's a queefel.
a queefel, patent pending.
Sounds like a Harry Potter.
Sounds like a Pokemon. What are you talking about? A wild queefel just appeared, you know?
I could see both Pokemon and Harry Potter. Instead of the quaffle, it's a queefel.
You gotta go catch the Queefel, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or is
quaffle's what the fucking minor leagues play with. Queefel, that's fucking pro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that queefel could also be like, you know, a Weasley, you know, like a last name of, you know, a Mudblood, you know.
You must be a queefel.
You
Hand me down robe.
They're always passing gas, you know.
They have IBS. That's
The
where
queefels?
IBS started.
Oh yeah, what's the other one? They got Crohn's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else do they got, dude?
Is that Kronos? Is that
They
time?
have the Napoleonic complex. They're short. They're small. They think they know something you don't.
Oh yeah, they're what? They're small, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe the son, he went to college to
Are they-
Hogwarts.
Are they
a little bit
gingers
bigger.
as well?
Huh?
Are they gingers as well?
No, they have to have something dirty blonde, maybe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And they all have mullets, even the mom and the dad. You know?
You can't tell who's who until they turn around. And if the mom has makeup. If she does, you're fucked.
From the back, you cast a fucking spell. Did you kill the fucking mom? You know what I mean? That's what they do. Voldemort. They line them up, all facing away from Voldemort. We are the Queefels. All of them talk in unison, you know? And he's like, Expecto Patronum, or whatever, you know? And there's like so many Queefels, you don't even know which one it is, you know? And they're just laughing, ha, 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 ha. You're not gonna find me.
Yeah, but every time they laugh, you hear because they're queefing the whole time.
And that's how they poison Voldemort, you know what I mean?
But he barely even has a nose. So he has like a built-in gas mask.
He gets queefed to death, dude. Oh,
You can
man.
sit on his face for a long time. He won't mind.
For Voldemort? Maybe that's what
Yeah.
happened. He got
But you're not going
queefed
to feel anything. He doesn't have a nose.
Maybe that's on Harry Potter the beginnings. He escaped the Queefel. Maybe he was dating one.
Okay.
Because what was his name before? It was like before he became Voldemort. What was his name?
Tom Riddle.
Tom Riddle. You know what I mean? And he was dating a Queefel.
Yeah.
You know they're in college. You know what I mean? He's doing magic. The magic wand. You know?
The Elder
the girls
Wand.
call it exactly.
He
You
had
know?
that magic stick.
You know? And that's what happened. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Him Queefel. So never forget, guys. You know?
Always remember.
But anything else, you know, that's happened in the Hogwarts community house or in the hunting community? No?
No, not in Hogwarts. I just finished hunting the last wizard. I think I've eradicated them all.
Oh, good.
We're good to go
Those
there.
pieces of shit, you know?
Dude, they're fucking up our steeds. Always calling us muggles.
Yeah.
I mean, I have powers too. Not the same kind they do.
Muggles, you know what I mean? Just because, God, what pieces of shit? They're racist, basically, huh?
They
Do you think
are.
it's because we drink too much coffee?
They're elitists.
Muggles? Because they make mugs. They
Yeah.
used to have you. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's what they did in the, you know? They were, what is it called, in a dictatorship?
Yeah, but jokes on them. I mean, I'm drinking coffee now, but I mostly am a tea guy.
Oh,
They
yeah.
couldn't smell me coming. Because they drink
Nope.
tea all the time, these Brits.
And you, actually, host, one time you got cookies too, remember? Biscuits.
Yes.
Butter
Little-
biscuits.
Little crumpets.
Dude, those were so good, dude. I
Yeah,
remember those.
I thought when I first heard of a crumpet, I thought they invited me to one of those you got served battles.
Oh, I thought it was like a Trump rally for Crips, you know? Let's go do a crumpet, you know?
That's what I thought. Don't you think the Bloods are mad about cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
They got to start their own.
Yeah.
They can't be supporting cryptos.
Wait, so they can't go watch the Lakers anymore, right?
Not
They
anymore,
can't.
dude.
No.
They just got to look at the blimp, you know? That's the last thing that they got. So let's check out the blimp.
Which is funny because one of the Lakers' colors is purple, and purple you make by
Is
combining
unity.
red and blue. So, guys, if you're in one of those affiliations, you guys should be friends, especially if you're Laker fans.
Affiliate.
Stop
yeah.
the violence.
You know what I mean? Dude, who even does violence anymore, you know? What's so
Muggles.
cool about violencia? You see my pistol? You know, what's so cool about it, Hoss?
Nothing.
Nothing. You know what I mean? That's why I just hold it. I flash it because it's just a toy.
What are you going to do? Take a
Okay.
life? I'm out in Costco getting free samples. What do I need to take a life for?
Yeah. The animal's already dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He went hunting, so he can shoot a pistol. You're not going to be out hunting for humans. Isn't that overrated now? Because, you know, we were talking about a little bit earlier. Shout out to the Western city community of Utah of what happened. But isn't that kind of weird that it's like... I think eventually you don't think people are going to grow up out of gangs? Like, it's not that cool anymore as it used to.
I think that will always exist as long as there is a class, like, separation of impoverished or the perception that they're always wronged. Like, anyone. I always think it's always a battle of classes, right? Like, I think the highest class people are okay. Like, they create distractions for us to bicker amongst ourselves in, like, the middle and lower class.
Yeah,
That's my
Javi.
personal belief.
Yeah. But I just think it's like kids, like now, you know, they like to be on the internet more. They like to game more. That's how I meant it. Like, do you think they're,
I
we're
think
gonna
there is a
game?
decrease in the amount
Now
of...
they're going to be in the metaverse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think there's gonna be gangs in the metaverse?
I'm pretty sure there's overall a like decrease of violent crimes if you look over the past like 4 decades.
Yeah, because like who's like,
But it's weird because from what I've heard on like the Oculus, is that you're in those chat rooms and people are like touching and feeling.
Oh yeah, without consent. I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
really?
Yeah, it's
dude.
like a
So
thing.
like, is
so they
there
go
really
up to
gonna be?
each other and go like this?
Yeah.
That is so
and
cool,
then,
dude.
And then you'll see some.
That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be more rape and stuff in the metaverse.
Bro,
than
just
anything.
electronic rape, Bobby.
Oh,
you just get a Trojan horse. You know what I mean?
I
That's
don't
the
even want.
actual
I don't want to be
virus.
around to see any of those reports of like, oh, now for news, the
It's like
online
Queefels.
rape community has been increasing. Just why? Shut the shit off.
Humans are
You
pieces
get
of shit.
indicted, you know, for raping somebody online.
Dude, I grew up in the
you
era
think-
with Halo. You would teabag someone you just killed.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's
You know, like,
necrophilia.
yeah.
And nobody was crying about that.
True.
Dude, that is so crazy. I wonder what is gonna happen like that. You know?
Do you think people are gonna burn churches electronically?
Hey, we already know Santos is playing Sims. You know, all he does is build churches and burn them down.
And he's playing Sins with an N.
And that's a Nancy, okay? But yeah, dude, I kind of want to get on the metaverse for that. Have you already seen it, Javi, or no? You haven't.
No, I have no idea how to get on.
You have to put on the goggles.
Dude, I have no idea. Like
You have the goggles, Javi.
I put it on once and I was on YouTube and on Safari.
Yeah, you would have to put them on because I mean, the idea is it has a space for you to be able to like move.
That's not what
And
the
s-
commercial said, you know? I
Well,
saw
fuck,
what-
I didn't watch the commercial. Jesus Christ!
We're
you
asking
act,
you,
you act
Javi,
like you
right?
didn't know, and now you're correcting me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't know.
The only thing I saw was a commercial and Facebook guy, what's his name?
Tom,
Mark
dude.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, the Suck Burgers. He wasn't wearing goggles and he could see everything.
Well, it's because he's a creator. He's half robot. God, Javi's such an idiot. You know?
I suck burgers too. Shout out Alice. We miss you.
You know? Oh yeah,
but-
we do miss Alice a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of sad, but maybe you think Javi should bring the Oculus so he can take us to the metaverse. You think you can take us to the metaverse, Javi?
I
I've
could
played on the
try.
Oculus, but I wasn't part of the metaverse.
Yeah.
Can we be on the metaverse? Host? Can we make a beans and rice park of the metaverse?
Yeah, I'll try it out.
You think we can be on it? How you want to be on it with us?
I mean, I'm down.
We
Are
can
we gonna
create
buy
our
land by
characters and
Snoop
everything?
Dogg?
We can make a land. We're gonna make our own land. Heart of the Dragon's gonna be there. You know what I mean? Who else is gonna be there? Lucy Volkovich. She's probably the president.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
We're
We
gonna
can have online classes with
Luigi of cooking.
We'll have
cooking classes and typing classes with
Ooh,
Mavis.
with Mavis, dude.
a
Oh,
portal so you can chat with Mona Lisa.
And we can also have Blue Beacon.
that would be so cool.
Blue Beacon wash our cars and stuff.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Blue Beacon.
Well, not
huh?
the company, specifically the employees.
The
The
employees,
employees, you know what I mean?
especially the night shift employees.
Yeah, they
night shift.
supported Kayla. That was actually pretty badass.
Yeah.
that was pretty
You
cool.
know?
You had an entire group of coworkers show up to support you.
Miss a whole paycheck
Miss a-
because
Yeah.
of your concert.
Honest, that's
That's fucking dope.
Joke's on them. They had to pay Kay. Kay was there on vacation. Blue Beacon, congratulations. You played yourself.
yeah. And if anyone had any doubt, all jokes aside of him being truly dedicated, he worked harder than any employee that was there.
Dude, he was setting up everything.
Yeah,
picking
he
up
was walking
chairs,
around getting chairs for people,
brooming.
making sure everything was set up correctly. Everyone had what they needed. He even took time to check on fans while he was working.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. It was even almost about him or his concert. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
It was like he
it
almost
was like
did
he
it like
did a
for the
service
other
for
people.
everybody else. Yeah,
Yeah, all the other people that were there. You piece of shit, Glock. I'm talking about you. He was there, you know.
Taking advantage of Kay's kindness.
Come on, dude. Every kiss begins with K, Glocko, you know? Did you kiss him? Let us know, okay? And then there was Lalo, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Lalo fucking Lucas. And we forgot to ask him, who is he fucking, you know? Who's this Lucas guy?
Yeah.
You know?
Lalo fucking Lucas.
You know? We didn't know. No wonder you couldn't pick us up when we were females.
The mystery man.
You know, who
Or
else was
female,
there?
who knows? I think Lucas is a unisex name.
It's a girl name too?
Yeah.
Luca Donkey.
Lucas Doncic.
She's
But-
Russian.
on Chi-Chi, huh? Lucas on Chi-Chi. But Javi, dude, he was out there fanboying. He did, you know?
Yeah,
He brought
Bobby
his-
was like telling us because I
Bro,
Oh,
yeah, I
I'm
follow all
terrible
the
at
rappers
hearing.
here.
You know?
Yeah, I'm terrible at hearing, so I would if I didn't hear it, which was almost every time, I'd literally just go to Javi, who is this? And he would tell me their names.
And can you tell us some of the people that you saw, Javi?
Yeah,
In the
we
rapping
saw,
community?
What's his name? Augustus.
Oh, Cornelius King. That guy was pretty cool. Is that
Yeah.
the guy you're talking about?
Yeah, that guy.
Cornelius. Shout out to Cornelius. He was pretty nice.
We also had who was it? Young Majin. Majin.
Oh, that's what they called him.
That's
huh?
what they
They
call
kept calling him at the concert Machine, you know? Come on,
Machine.
like
Young
Doc.
Machine.
You know what I mean?
There's no CH in there.
Hey, Machine, you know?
It
Yeah,
was
he's
the
not
Hispanic
macho.
accents, you know.
You know?
It's fine.
Calling the Machine, you know?
He's a love machine.
Yeah, just because he's working out, you know what I mean? You don't gotta call him Machine, you know? But he was there. Who else was there? Javi, sorry to interrupt you.
The Doomy.
Doomy?
Yeah, the singer.
Who else was there?
I can't remember my
The
memory.
duo?
The one that did really good was the opener. Was I think it was
Oh,
Courtney.
the girl, what's her name?
Courtney, I think.
Yeah, she could sing.
But Shay, you left so, you know, she's probably not gonna watch this. She left so fast. You
Dude,
know what I mean?
I'd imagine
We
she had
showed up
something
late, or at least I showed up late.
afterwards, like maybe another performance, because we were in the VIP section, the very back, and we see her like walk to, I'm assuming, an area where the artists get dressed or whatever, and then within like 3-4 minutes, she bolted out and had her bag with like her performance clothes, but she was not walking, she was like jolting out.
Yeah. And performance clothes, like her attire, we're not talking about Adidas or, you know,
Yes.
Nike or anything like that, you freaking idiots.
It was not athleisure, okay?
You know what I mean? But yeah, who else was there?
Jay Villain.
Oh yeah, Jay Villain. You know what I mean?
Poetic Just, what was it?
Poetic.
There was a poetic something.
Kid Poetic.
Kid Poetic.
And
Close.
Cuenca. I think that's how
You
you
know, they
pronounce
were
it.
there.
Westbrook was there.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I swear they kept
Yeah.
saying Westbrook.
You wonder why he's, you know, the Lakers weren't doing bad. Fucking Westbrook, it's over there having a fucking concert.
Come on,
you know?
Fonzie, come on.
You know. And then Dre was there. We saw him a little bit.
Dre,
You know
shout
what
out
I
to
mean?
Dre.
Shout out to Dre.
DJ
AP.
Bad Boy Brian was there.
Oh
Bad
yeah,
Boy
dude, he
Brian.
looks so good. Bad Boy Brian.
Yeah,
So-
he's looking
Dang, he's
great.
looking so good, dude. He's doing all the pounds for hounds.
Yeah, he is. He
We're
is.
not doing anything.
No, we're
we still
not.
haven't finished it, dude.
We
Come
haven't
on.
finished the fucking ranking system.
Dude.
Uh,
You know, the fallen angel was
I
there.
was about to say the demon.
Lucifer,
LLA.
LLA, you know what I
Angel.
mean? And maybe he'll be here next week. You think?
Yeah, he won't even
Angel
be.
Dust.
Yes,
'Cause
he won't
he's
be on
getting
any
old?
side of the beehive. He's gonna be in the beans and rice fucking realm.
Part of this. Part of
We're in
town.
the fucking shadow realm, okay?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
An
we'll-
angel in the shadow realm. We'll see how that goes.
Lucifer, son of the morning.
I'm gonna chase you out of earth.
So that who was there? I think Oh, Jordan Clarkson was there. Remember his brother?
Clarkson, yeah.
Barry
He gave us
Clarkson.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson's brother was there.
Barely Clarkson.
Barely Clarkson.
Dude, that's
Jonathan the barber. You know what I mean?
Shout out to John the Barber. He doesn't like being roasted, guys. Treat him
You
nicely.
know, yeah, guys, come on, Glauco. Are you trying to cook your own brother, you piece of shit? You know, what is this? The Holocaust? What is he doing, man?
Oh, Rocky said he was gonna do some
Oh, yeah.
barbecue for us.
Oh yeah, come on, Rocky.
shout out Rocky.
He said he was gonna get us what ribs?
Not the Philadelphia hero, guys.
No, this
right?
little Mexican guy. Maybe he's
Yeah.
not even Mexican. You know,
I don't know what he is.
You're just
He was
assuming his
under the influence. Okay.
He just always has like new Nike dunks, though. I can always see that.
Yeah.
I see your fucking.
and
footwear.
and a little purse, his little man purse. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? His fanny pack. But what did he say he was gonna cook us? Glauco, you better pay attention, and you too. I don't know what did he say they were gonna cook for us?
I remember him saying cebollitas.
So what he does Mexican barbecue.
Yeah. Cebollitas for you English speakers, which is most of you, is onions.
Mm-hmm. He
What
said he
else
was gonna
did
get
he
us
say?
a little ribs, short ribs,
Oh, yeah,
carne
short-
asada,
costillas, yes.
costillas. He said chicken, pollito.
Yep.
hen.
I remember him. Pollito, chicken, gallina, hen,
Lápiz pencil.
y pluma, pen.
Pen, okay. But yeah, he said he wasn't, you know? He
Yeah.
said he's got a grill, you know? He said, oh, pura vida, we have a grill.
Yeah, I thought
Dude, I
Nelly
got
was
a
making
stove,
comeback.
okay, dude? Come on,
I
guy.
barely got a microwave, so
But I think that's all. Did we forget anybody?
did I say AP?
I don't
You
know if you
know?
said AP, but he was there.
Yep, he was teaching math, you know what I mean? AP
Chemistry.
math. You know, it's like, dude,
College level
college
chemistry.
courses, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We got free education there.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Shout
yeah,
out to
dude,
AP.
I learned so much, my head was hurting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he had the line about having a Puerto Rican mommy. I have had a couple of those too. I still have my mom.
My head was hurting, I was coughing, I was sneezing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The whole time, dude.
Super spreader event.
But that's it. You know, maybe anything else? Anything else, Avi, that happened? Anything you want to say? Oh, we hung out with Cynthia.
Oh
We
yeah,
did,
Cynthia
we
was
Shout out to
there.
Cynthia. And you know what I mean? She's not. Let's just say this.
That's not
She
her
might look
crowd.
urban. You know what I mean? She might look like
Like this.
what's her name?
Shaquanda.
Okay, she might look like Shaquanda, but she's not that much into the tapped into the urban community. You know what I mean? She's more into the mariachi kind of stuff, and you know she.
Not even that. She's.
You know.
She doesn't even like pizza, guys. I just found that out. Who doesn't like pizza? She's the third person I've known in my entire life that says I don't like pizza. Not I'm indifferent,
but
is
she
I
loves
don't like it.
Italian food. You know what I mean?
Well, not if she
That's
doesn't
the
like
number
pizza.
one Italian food,
Yeah.
pizza. You
Pizza.
know what I mean? So yeah, but we hung out. Javi, you know, he hung out with us after. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We ate some food. I had a little bit of a burger. You know, Hoss, you had
That
a little.
burger was pretty good, unless we got
The burger was good, bro. I thought the
contact
burger-
high.
No, well, hey,
You know what I
I
mean?
had the fries, the buffalo fries, the next day, just as good as I remember them the night before.
Oh really?
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So I would venture to say it
The
was pretty
curry
good.
fries were delicious, dude. Like
You had curly
There,
fries and
there
you
were no
didn't share?
curly fries.
curry fries.
Oh, curry fries.
Oh, I thought you said curly
Same,
fries.
bro. Come on.
If
Javi.
they had curly
Oh.
fries, I would probably had them too. You
The
know,
curry fries were. I liked all three fries. K-pop, Buffalo.
they were all good.
Shout out to Purgatory.
Bofalito,
Sponsor
you know?
us.
Come on, Purgatory. You know it's
El
already the shadow
Purgatory.
realm.
Yeah.
It was BP666.
Phoebe, shout out to you.
You know?
Wait, I remember your name, so I use my powers.
Not only did Dante's
Yeah,
Inferno
and I tipped you. I tipped you too much, Phoebe. Okay, give me at least. Give me a little. You know.
It was a big tip.
You
and
know.
all that
Come
kind,
on.
you perverts.
Yeah, even though that one's big too, okay? But you know, maybe Javi, he can tell us a little bit about the forecast, you know, or
Yeah, it is January 18th.
you know,
It's a day after MLK. Shout out.
salute the flag. Come on, Patriots, MLK, RIP.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
First national holiday, Michigan Day.
Michigan Day. You know? Right after MLK Day, that's a little bit sad, you know what I mean? Because what happens in Michigan?
He went mishing.
You know?
Right after
Young Michigan.
That was one of the shittiest jokes I've had in my life.
Hey guys, you know? Hey, it was good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, the delivery, you know?
Thank you.
Kiss Michigan.
Timing
you know?
is a big portion of it.
You know, so yeah, he was Michigan. What happens over there? You know what I mean? They
Esos
got
son
the
Reeboks o son Nikes, you know.
Trey Burke.
Yeah.
You know, he
Okay,
played for
Trey Burke,
Michigan.
yeah.
The Wolverines, Michigan Wolverines.
Michigan is shaped like an oven mitt,
Oh yeah, like this.
and there's a big, deep-rooted history behind that. Javi, do you want to share that history?
Yeah, wasn't it because colonizers liked mittens so much? I'm asking a question. I don't know.
Oh,
I thought he knew, you know? He's
I
over
thought
here
you knew as well.
researching, you know?
yeah.
Think he knows Armando Armani, that he's been taking courses with Armando.
Hey, Armando's only been teaching me how to talk in public. You know, public speaking. So when we host concerts for Pura Vida, but
Oh, he's going to be, Armando's going to be up there,
Yeah?
huh?
Yeah, I think
Armando-
Javi's actually confusing that history with British Columbia, Canada. Which
BC.
the fucking nerve, okay? British Columbian or British
Make
Columbia.
up your mind.
You're
They were
in
on
Canada,
cocaine.
and now
you know
you're
what I
talking about the UK and South America,
mean? You know?
and you wonder why people don't respect Canadians.
They probably were watching Netflix way back then and were watching Narcos. Yeah, and they were British, you know what I mean? And they got so, they were time travelers. We're going to call this British Columbia.
That's identity dysmorphia right there.
They don't know what they are.
Finest, yeah.
And they're eating Russian fries. Poutine fries? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Come
They're
on,
so
guys.
fucking confused.
Putin fries. Come on, guys. Yeah, you like those Vladimir fries. You know what I mean? But then they're all about freedom, supposedly.
Yeah,
And nobody's allowed to the basketball games.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, they are pretty weird, huh, Canada?
Yeah, it's a strange country.
But then people are like, oh, I'm going to move to Canada. Remember when Trump was...
Oh yeah, half of the states like, if Trump wins, I'm moving to Canada.
Good,
and they
more
moved to
space
Utah,
for
you
me.
pieces of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had to go higher. Come on, California, Arizona, Texas. You know what I mean?
Look at a map for once in your goddamn
Yeah.
lives. What did you say,
Exactly.
Javi?
I said that those people missed Canada. You know what I mean?
Yes, they
They
do.
obviously can't like read any maps.
No,
You know?
they can't read maps at all. Like they come to Montana, Billings, Montana. Like, I think this is Canada.
It looks like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all cold.
It's a bunch
There's
of
no
trees.
buildings. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cold. Close enough.
Dude, I wonder though, wouldn't they... Canada is kind of scary. You don't think so? Because there's like a couple of cities, right? Big cities.
Yeah,
But the rest is of forest. You know what I mean? Just like nothing.
it's like Alaska, but times 5 its size or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, even Alaska's sketchy. You know what I mean? It's like
course
all
it
the way
is.
over there by the globe, by the end of the globe.
Mother Nature's strong in those places.
You know, next to Russia. You know, oh, they used to walk the sea. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, you know, the insurgents, whatever. You know, they were here first. You know, we took over their land, but they came over from the Bering Sea, didn't they?
The
Yes.
Russians were the first ones over here.
You know,
So
and then they came back to reclaim their land. All of a sudden, people are burning churches. You know what I mean? Come on, guys. It's called migration. Have you guys seen Ice Age?
And the funny thing is, when they said they burned churches, it was like a signal fire. Well, guess what? The Wright brothers hadn't even been born yet. So flight for humans, impossible at that point.
Yep. And the Wright brothers were actually from
the wrong side of town.
Michigan.
Michigan.
there you
We're
go.
just tying it back, guys. You guys thought we were going on a random tangent?
No, we full
Huh?
circle, okay?
Yep, just like they did, you know, to land. You know what I mean? The Wright brothers.
Is the original Pangea. How's that for fucking science?
Huh?
You don't know what Pangea is? Google it.
And it's not a cooking utensil, you freaking idiots.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it was a type of bread.
you know?
Damn.
Yeah.
Pankea?
Parkea, you know?
It's also not like a outdoorsy expensive brand like North Face.
Oh yeah, Pangea. Like Patagonia, Pangea.
Yeah.
Dude, should we make Pangea?
Yeah.
Outdoor brand?
Patent
pending.
pending.
Pangea. You're almost wearing it, but you got the P upside down, you know?
Hey, I'm a little
That's
dyslexic.
that's for Bad Boy Brian. What the heck are
Oh,
you
you
talking
got the
about?
bad boy brand.
I thought I was gonna throw up a beat for blood like earlier for crypto, but you know, unity only here
And that's it for
for Michigan.
Michigan Day, you know? That's where the Wright brothers came from. Now you can travel. Or can you?
Enjoy Delta, Kron, Airlines.
The Flucron. Our next national holiday is Pecking Duck Day.
What, Javi? You pervert?
Pecking ducks.
You know what I mean? And they know that too in the you know, in certain stores, you know, they peck ducks. You know what I mean?
Listen, yeah, I made an upgrade recently, guys, in my adulthood. Okay, yeah, I like chicken heads. Figure that out. Now I'm into pecking ducks. Okay, that's an upgrade. They're better than chickens.
They're boys.
Make the transition. You'll be much happier. I'm telling you. They got teeth in their bills and shit. A little rough. Blood is drawn.
If you're into the dark arts, go to the Peking duck site.
Oh, that's gonna be the name of our new massage parlor for Glacko. And I don't know who costs
Yep. And that there will be a coupon included in gratuitous gentleman box
for Peking
for a
ducks.
discount for pecking ducks.
Dude, now is Peking ducks, is that where girls go to get happy endings? Maybe,
Yes.
huh? That would be hot,
Yes.
dude. So the ladies come.
So
and-
basically, what you just realized, he was making fun of me for saying I've moved over to boys. I'm actually a woman pleaser.
boys to men.
Yeah. I was a boy, now I'm a man. Okay. And there's a lot of happy females that will tell you so.
So how would the pecking go? You know what I mean? So the ladies go.
Oh, I don't give the secrets out. Okay.
No.
You're just gonna have
You
to get a
show
coupon.
up. You have to go to the Peking duck massage parlor, ask for horse.
That's it. That's it.
That's all you have to do.
He's gonna peck you so good, you're gonna have to seppuku harakiri.
You're gonna have to eat a this.
Hey guys, come on.
Una vez más,
Itadakimasu.
Uh,
Have you praying up in that dish?
Whew. Damn, that would be pretty sexy, you know what I mean? You think we're gonna wear kimonos or what's gonna be our attire?
Oh, I'm just wearing a headband, man. I'm gonna look like fucking
Literally all you have on.
Karate Kid.
You open the door, you're already naked. The receptionist, you know what I mean?
It just, I got the fucking headband on. The kanji's gonna say pecking duck right here.
Dude, imagine getting greeted like that. You walk into an establishment, you just got the bandana.
Hey, everyone wants transparency in business. I'm the only fucking one offering it, okay? Everyone's always fucking hiding behind clothes. Nah, you get
know?
what you see.
Oh, I want to get intimate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How more intimate are you gonna get, host?
You can't
You know?
until I get you behind the sheet covers.
You know, for an additional price. You know?
And it's way more than $80. I can
Oh.
assure you that.
Yeah, all you perverts that were messaging me, you know what I mean? Oh, $80 was beefy because I said I would jack Glocko off for $80. You know what I mean? Because he played. Oh, or Lalo because he played himself, paying $100. I was trying to be a good friend. I said I'll jerk you off for 80. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Friends and family discount.
How do you think we paid to go see K the dog? Okay.
We have very strong wrists and forearms.
Rob, damn, extra damn, baby at the end.
He gives you that 5-star frog splash.
Oh yeah, dude, all over my shoulders. That 5-star frog. Dude, that would be the finishing move.
Yeah,
Hey, you know what I mean? You want to upgrade to the 5-star frog splash? You know what I mean?
Only
How much money you
$100
got?
more. Peking duck coming soon. Anyway,
Peking duck,
I get it.
home with a 5-star frog splash.
Dude, multiple services we're offering here, guys. And ladies.
Yeah, ladies can go too. You know what I mean? Shout out to Magnolia. Because Alice is going to be working there.
Yeah, Alex would allow that. Not you guys, but if I'm gonna help them father a baby, things have to happen. So,
You're going to make her be a sex worker.
a surrogate sex worker, so I can help bring life into this world.
And she's, you know, jerking life out of this world, basically. You know? Oh, man.
Marvin the Martian over here, out of this fucking world.
You got the blood of many men on you. You know?
Many men.
Many,
They wish
many
they had
kids.
the
The kid killer.
Is that the
ice
original?
agent Alice.
That's the original abortion right there.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? Whew.
oh man.
Because it's your choice in your body.
Or
okay?
would it be called the
you,
pre-abortion?
you guys can
Not
be
a-
here, you know? Your choice. But yeah, shut up.
I think that's called probation.
Oh, man.
What's the next holiday hobby?
Before we indict ourselves.
Before we release too many business secrets.
Freaking
Our
idiot.
next holiday.
Can't even come up with a fucking idea.
We know these people are out here with their notepads taking notes.
You don't even know how to cook.
Everything on this podcast is patent pending, you
You know
idiots.
what I mean?
Even the podcast is bad pending.
It's still not fully.
You can't even say the name without getting sued by us.
Oh, okay.
man.
Take us to the next one, Javi.
All right, National Thesaurus Day.
You know,
Dude, the original
the first
dinosaur.
you know,
The Saurus.
The
the
SARS.
SARS, and now it's the SARS-CoV-1. You know what I mean? They changed it on us. What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, people think T-Rex is something special. Tyrannosaurus.
The SARS.
Yeah, H comes before R, okay? Or Y. T-H-T-Y alphabetically, the Saurus.
I'm gonna tell the source on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just one.
Yeah,
That's
the Dino
that's,
God.
that's the first one that went extinct.
Yeah.
You know?
He was a Dino God.
Oh, that's kind of
He was the
cool, huh?
Adam to the dinosaurs.
Well, he was a god to the dinosaurs, technically, right?
Yeah.
And
So
they were
that-
Adam and Eve, basically, right?
Yeah.
The dinosaurs. Who do you think the first two dinosaurs were?
Well,
You think it would be maybe the Plesiosaurs?
yes, because after the Plesiosaurus, I think the Pegasaurus came afterwards.
Ooh.
Just because, you know, the grinning and sinning that was going on.
Yeah.
And the
The story said, "Do not eat the forbidden fruit." You know what I mean?
in Gethsemane, right?
Yeah.
Where a lot of blood was shed.
In Pangea, Gethsemane was located in Pangea. For you guys that don't know.
Where do you think we get olive oil from? The blood that has been fucking just strewn upon the fucking land from the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
pressed the olives out, you know, you get that clear blood. Dinosaurs didn't have red blood. It was clear blood.
Clear.
Kind of like a green tinge, yellow tinge, depending on the species.
Because we busted another myth about dinosaurs when we told you about the petroleum in the earth, fossil fuels. Well, when you go pump your car with gasoline that is made out of a fossil fuel that was the inside of a dinosaur, what does it look like, Hoss? Olive oil,
Yeah.
right?
So petroleum myth
Busted. Okay, not to be mistaken for petroleum jelly.
No.
You know what I mean? No Vaseline.
or KY
guys.
jelly.
You know, KYC. Ooh. Then they have that one. That's the one that makes you feel good and the girl feel good too at the same time. Huh?
Yeah,
You tried it, Hoss?
maybe.
What about you? Have you ever tried that with Cynthia? You know what I mean? Hey, you know, you want to spice something up. You know what I mean? Or how does that happen in the married community?
It doesn't. Well, at least not to me. Once you're married, it's done. You know, that's it.
Hey,
Game
well, how did
over.
you make your son, Javi?
They consummated.
What does that mean? You got like a loan, a PPP loan or something?
Yeah,
like
dude, I had to get a PPP loan, and I bought the kid. It's you know what I mean?
Dang, dude.
High APR too.
Yeah.
Whew. That's why he was
why
whining about his formula
my-
last episode. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I need a raise, you know, but I was afraid to ask while we had guests here.
Well, you know, he's been missing. Alice is missing. We're going to review maybe both of them. You know what I mean? The way it's looking.
Has Alice had a review?
Maybe
yet?
we can
No.
demote Javi. You know what I mean?
Back to the intern.
Javi gets demoted.
And
Javi
Alice
goes
gets
to
a
the
promotion.
bodega. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way that it's going.
It seems
And we
that
were
way.
actually thinking about that, but then Alice doesn't show up today. You know what I mean? She's had COVID for the 5th time. You know what I mean? It's like this.
It's a different variant. You got to give her some
How
slack.
many variants, you know?
She works for ICE. She always catching cold.
Yeah. Because they're already dead, you idiots. You know what I mean?
Come on.
She's in the SVU, Special Victims Unit, okay? But yeah, I think that's it for the Source Day. You think so?
Yes.
But do we have another holiday hobby?
We have one more, but legally we can't talk about it.
Okay.
Why?
It's already patented.
That makes it sound a little bit more fun. You don't think so, Hoss?
It does.
It's just National Winnie the Pooh Day.
Oh,
Listen, we all got weenies in here and we all take shits, all right?
you know? And we've stuck our weenie in some poo. You know what I mean? At least me and Hoss. You think so, Hoss?
Yeah.
What about you, Javi, in the married community?
No, sir.
No.
I have not. That's something I have not ever done in my whole life.
Oh, really?
Nope.
You thought it was too weird, or what? What do you think?
I think it's too weird to me, but
You know?
a little,
about-
it's a little too much hard work. You know what I mean?
Well, what do you mean hard work? It's just a hole. You know what I mean?
It's hard work for her, not for you.
Yeah, Javi.
Or
Or was it reverse?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Did Javi run into the Pegasaurus?
You
do
ever
think?
watch Deadpool? Yeah.
He thought he was getting a suppository. It wasn't suppository.
It was supposited, but no.
Hey, they were playing dentist, and Cynthia wanted to give him a cavity check. How many cavities did he find? Javi?
And, well, he had a
She only
root
found
canal,
one.
okay?
She found one
He
root
had a
canal.
root canal.
Why did they call me? Oh, I had surgery on my leg. Why do you think he's walking all funny?
Oh, I had a cavity filling.
She filled my cavities.
Oh, she filled his cavities, huh?
Fucking brush your teeth, guys. Come on.
But yeah, so also Winnie the Pooh. We talked about Eeyore. You know, he's always had
We
to
have.
feed a mule.
Yes.
He has identity issues. You want to remind him why?
Because he's a mule. And have you seen a mule's parents? Neither have they. Okay? Have some compassion in your lives.
You know? They're the first orphans of the world. You know what I
The
mean?
original, the OG orphans.
God created orphans. What a piece of shit, honestly. You know what I mean, God?
Yeah. OGO, which isn't the brand. OGO as an acronym.
God, dude.
Imagine being that creation, a mule. Muling around, hating your life. Because even your parents don't want you.
God doesn't even want you to have parents.
Dude, it's like if you were a biracial kid and both races hated you.
Oh, yeah. It's like basically
Isn't
your
that how
Blake
it
Griffin.
happens?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does happen.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin. That's what
Ben
happened.
Simmons.
Well, it's like Blake Griffin because
Wasn't it Blake Griffin Cheeto?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's-
like his origin story is like he got thrown into a batch of hot Cheetos,
No.
and that's him.
You know, he's watching too much Walt Disney. He's got the Disney Plus network, guys, you know? Give
Shout
him
out to
a
Larry.
break.
Shout out to Larry. Thank you for that Disney Plus. You know.
Larry got
Hey,
him a
shout out to
subscription?
Larry, man.
You think maybe we should do something nice for Larry, huh?
Absolutely. He's,
Hell yeah.
always, he's
Larry-
a big supporter.
For giving me the subscription to your HBO and your Disney Plus.
Is that the one that I'm using too?
I think so.
Oh, dang, Larry, come on. See, we've been family this whole time, dude. Scary Larry. You know, we
Yeah.
always say winter is coming, and he came. You know what I mean?
He did.
But he didn't come here because we've been trying to get him to come here, you know?
Yeah,
Come
he
on,
always
Larry,
bears
show up.
his gifts of comments and support and shouting
Yeah.
us out. So we'll do something nice for you too, Larry.
Maybe we got some. You think maybe we could get him something from the talent table? From the insights of the talent table?
Absolutely.
Well, from the other insights of the talent table, maybe, you know, something for Larry and maybe his son, you know?
Yeah.
That's the word on the street, you know? He said, oh, he's got a son, you know?
I'm not gonna open
Larry
this so you
Jr..
can get it in mint condition, okay? But
No pollution. That's why, you
no
know?
pollution. No, we believe in recycling. Except these shirts are
And if you want us to
100%
sign them, let us know. You know what I mean?
virgin. Okay.
We're not going to sign his shirt. Avi, come on, dude. You can barely even type, bro. You know he's going to spell his name wrong?
Whose name? I'm gonna write my name, and that's it. What the heck?
He's
It
literally
took
going
me
to write
30
my
years.
My name. Yeah.
It took me 30 years to learn how to write my name. So
We have the Mona Lisa for you, or for your son, and then of course our beloved Mavis Beacon as well
name. The
for you
beacon
or
of
your
hope.
son.
You know what I mean?
So just let Javi know what sizes you need, and they're yours.
You know, we'll take it. That way you guys can go out, you know, rapping. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Boys' night. You know what I mean?
Got a whole lot cooler. Because now you
Yeah.
have a story to tell, right? Because Biggie Smalls always talked about it, but we never got to hear the story. Because you know what happened to him. He got leaded.
He got smothered and buttered, you know? Flaked and baked.
Yeah.
Dipped and whipped. Spooned and groomed.
He thought-
Scarred and buttered. Shaked and baked. Fried and cried. You know what I mean?
Yep. And life after death, just not on this earth for him, okay?
Yeah.
But you'll have a story to tell. And I know you know the stories because you've followed us for such a long time.
A lot of stories. What stories do you think Larry knows? The Vatican, maybe?
Of course.
He knows how they were created, right?
Yes, and he knows what the chef's kiss is because everyone thinks, you know, what? No, the chef's kiss was Mona Lisa being done with the Last Supper and just being. She made a masterpiece of a spread for the 12 apostles and Hova. And
She had to wait after to get painted because they didn't have cameras back then.
yes.
Come on, Jesus. You know what I mean?
And if it weren't for Mavis Beacon, the internet wouldn't be what it is today
And therefore, we wouldn't be.
on this podcast.
You know what I mean? We would be like Tonga. Shout out to Tonga. They don't got Mavis Beacon over there. You know what I mean?
They have 0 beacons.
Zero beacon.
A beacon of ash. Dude, some of the videos, I've seen houses being washed away.
Yeah, whole houses. But what do they make their houses out of over there? They're pretty like
No, they
huts,
look-
or they got real.
The
real
ones that I was
houses?
looking at, they were modern structures.
Sorry,
They
I'm not
look-
trying to be ignorant, but I don't know
No, yeah,
much
they,
about Tonga.
they look like modern structures. But when you have 5-6 feet of water swells, your house, like no house is going to be able to withstand that. And they're literally washing down like canoes, and you see them just being swept away. So
So what do you think if you were there? How do you think you would? Okay, they say, oh, the tsunami's coming. But I think a lot of people too don't take it serious. You know what I mean?
well, I just don't know if you have much time to respond or do anything.
Well, that one because you saw the volcano go.
Yeah,
But do you think the water went like that fast, like right after the explosion?
I would imagine it only takes a couple minutes.
Because they always say, "Oh, you watch the Earth after tomorrow." You know what I mean? The day after tomorrow, and you can see the little boat, and then you can see the tsunami wave coming like forever because it's like rising like that.
The big swell.
You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
takes a long time.
But I mean, I actually even think so. I think it's comprised of just a little over 170 islands, right, Tonga, and I think many, if not at least the main island, is actually like under sea level. So that
Barely anything is just going
Yeah,
to
it's
wash
like
it.
it's like what
Florida,
happened to,
basically.
yeah, and it's what happened to New Orleans, like how it just went through and destructed. Granted, New Orleans, that was a hurricane, so I think a lot of people didn't pay attention and didn't heed it. But like a tsunami, I don't think you have much of a reaction time. And if you look, like I said, half the building is covered in water. There's nothing you can do.
Now, would you get on a boat? Would you put floaties on, or what do you think?
Yeah,
you could do?
I think that's the only thing you can do, and just pray that you don't get swept under anything or hit up against anything, because like the wave is pushing houses, so it shows you like you're a sitting pecking duck.
You know, and you're not in our business establishment, basically.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like nothing you could do. It was scary to see that. It sucks because there's no communication with them right now.
Well, and they don't want communication because of COVID. Did you say?
Oh, that's right, because I forgot
'cause
that they didn't allow people in or out.
Yeah. So
during
there's like
COVID.
0 cases of COVID. So they're like,
Yeah.
we don't want your help because now you're gonna, you know.
I don't think they can deny help at this point, because I know that they're going to be sending Australia and New Zealand and maybe I think Japan have offered like assistance, and I think they're sending some boats in or something like that. And I think that even the U.S. from the Bay Area will be launching a ship soon with provisions and stuff. But shout out, hearts out to them. Scary look. Have you seen?
Shout out is what the volcano did. You know what I mean?
Scary
Shout
shit, man.
Outright of the water. You know what I mean?
Nature
Even if you
loses to no one. Nature loses to no one.
Oh yeah. I think, have we talked about that here or no? Just how insignificant you are. You know what I mean?
I think you and I have I don't know about the podcast, but
Because it's like, dude, we're all here. Oh, you know what I mean? Blue lives matter. You know what I mean? Salute the flag. You know what I mean? Break into people's businesses. You know?
yeah.
What is it? What else happened? Save the sloths. You know what I mean? And then, dude, who doesn't care about any of that? Nature. You know what I
No.
mean?
Nature's ruthless.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, you can see an asteroid can head us. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's why I think it's like, oh, humans, it's good if humans go to space for that, you know? Because you'd be like, dude, look how insignificant you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look at all of this. Like, if they made space travel that easy, I think it would humble a lot of people.
I never thought of it that way.
You know?
I think it would conflate the egos of others, though, too. They're like,
Well,
well, look what is
maybe
the
at
race
first,
we could do.
what I'm saying, like at first, but I'm saying like if they made it so easy to where anybody could go, it was like affordable.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
The SASA, Affordable Space Act. You know what I mean? Come on, Brandon. So, you know that she shoots us up. Boom. Now we see space. They're like, you guys want to go back home or not? You guys gonna be bad boys? Brian, are you,
You
gonna
don't
be a
think
bad
you
boy?
get the same effect on an airplane?
No, because on an airplane it's like you can't see the whole planet, bro. You can't see the moon.
Yeah, but you're like
You can't see Saturn. You
you're
can't
at least 30. What is it? 30,000 feet
Like
up.
30,000 feet up, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you're pretty small. Like people are looking pretty small.
Yeah,
at
but
that
you're
point.
still in your planet. Is what I mean, dude. When you go outside of your planet and you see like, oh,
Bro,
your
if you're not
planet's
in the
tiny.
yeah, but if you're in the clouds thinking like, oh, I'm the shit, you know, that's a little weird to me.
Well, people
Like,
have
yo,
private
this plane
jets.
could go down
you know
at
what I
any
mean?
moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why there's private jets. What I'm saying, when you go to another, out of your world, basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What
That's
happens
why
when
it's
what
special,
happens when you
Javi.
hit the dome?
Huh? It's like Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Oh. Hitting dome is what you can do at a massage parlor.
Yeah,
if you're
Javi,
really
come
into
on.
that.
Hey, tell
I'm
Cynthia
just
to help
throwing
you
out-
out. You know what I mean? But yeah, but no, that sounded kind of weird. You know, but I was trying to be, you know,
Of course.
I was trying to enlighten people, and Javi
Raise
comes
some
in,
awareness around it.
you know, to be thankful. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for absolutely.
And then Javi's talking about domes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, that should humble people.
You know?
Sure.
Dang.
Well, should we just keep listening to Javi? You think?
Yeah, let's see what he's got.
What else you got about the dome, Javi?
He's extra chirpy today. I
What
like
else?
it.
What else can you tell us about the dome and the way that the stratosphere and all other
Forgotten spheres.
work?
Yeah, because
Javi?
isn't there like 5 spheres?
Well, There's 7.
Is there 7?
At 7 atmospheres, yes.
Do you know them, Javi? You're trying to get to the dome, you know, fucking Buzz Lightyear over here. You know what I mean?
You're barely past the 2 front teeth at this point.
You know, can you tell us how many spheres can you tell us, Javi?
Tell us how to get to the palate.
There's a biosphere, a desert sphere. Those plants have spheres, you know what I mean?
You know? What spheres is there, host? You want to tell them or you want to have them investigate for themselves?
They can investigate for themselves.
You know? One of them was named after a car, okay? The Dodge. You do the math. You had one too, Javi. The Stratus. Okay?
One is the thermosphere, okay?
Right.
You carry coffee in it to your work, right? A thermos.
Like a thermal. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And that's all we're giving you.
And that's it. You know what I mean? But maybe what else happened, you know? Because now, you know, our it kind of, the mood went a little bit weird because we talked about Tonga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because first they were like, oh, they thought a lot of people were doing the haka. You know what I mean? It was a volcano. You know what I mean? So, or is that the wrong island?
I couldn't tell you.
We're just butchering them even more. We need to stop. We need to stop.
No, I know a lot of people from the Tongan community. You know what I mean?
I know a lot of Polynesians for
But
sure.
yeah, I
too.
thought that was weird, dude. I didn't know that there's a cable that connects the internet all the way under the ocean. Do you know that's how they get cable?
Yeah, and that tripped me out when I first found out.
Because I was like, dude, I thought it was just satellites. Because when I saw that, I was like, oh, well, they should be good. They're like, oh, they lost communication. I'm like, bro, what about the satellites? And then they're like, oh, there's this cable that goes in the ocean.
And people want to sell us on fiber optics.
You know what I mean? Dude,
Satellites is the way to go.
fiber optics, it took them a whole year to barely put it on my street. Dude, you mean to tell me they put one from the US all the way to Tonga in the ocean, a giant cable like that?
So, cable internet,
Myth busted. Okay, those fake cables, you know what I mean?
I can't fucking believe that.
Imagine how do you think that works? Bro, that has to be the longest cable on Earth.
Yeah.
Maybe you think you can look it up, Javi? What's the longest cable on Earth?
Dude, imagine a jellyfish is fucking drunk and runs into that thing.
Just run the clip.
Short circuits their entire internet.
They just keep doing what is it? Clotheslines, basically. All
Yeah.
the animals.
Yeah.
That's they wonder all the salmon were floating. You know
They're
what I
trying
mean?
to do the limbo, but they keep losing.
You know how they see the flocks of like they're just
they
all
just
floating,
float
they're
up
all dead.
They keep
Like,
running this
oh.
cable.
The Loch Ness monster.
And they're worried about fish farming. Worried about that damn cable electrocuting every goddamn fish there is.
But that is pretty crazy that's the technology. You don't think
I
so?
know,
A
like it completely floored me, pun intended, that there's just cable at the floor of the sea. Then that's how they get their internet.
Because that's what I thought about that once, you know, because they're like, oh, they always say things like this, like, oh, how come people don't explore the ocean? You know what I mean? So I thought it's like, dude, why don't you just hook something to a cable and you'll always be able to release a cable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then anything, you can pull the cable back.
Yeah, but if you go so far, the pressure from the water is so high that it's just going to crush you.
But why didn't they put a little camera?
I even think it would crush like most man-made things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The pressure's just so high.
So do you think, so when it pressurizes, it like just crushes it like this?
Yep. Damn. That's how much pressure there is.
But then why doesn't it crush the cable, you think? What do you think it's made out of?
Well, the cable's probably already condensed enough to where
Yeah, like I
You
don't
can't
think,
mush it anymore? It's already
I
been...
imagine. Again, I don't know, but that's my guess.
but the longest cable is 39,000 kilometers,
oh,
which
Jesus.
is 24,000 miles, almost 25.
From where to where?
It connects 33 countries, and it looks like it's from well, let's say like England all the way to Australia.
And Verizon Wireless has signals dropped constantly. You mean to tell me someone figured out how to do a 24,000 mile cable
But that's
For-
that's for internet though, right?
for an
Like,
entire country to get internet, and your cell service is fucking up in Salt Lake City?
damn.
Come on.
Dude. So there's literally a
It's
cable
gotta
that
be that
big?
stratosphere, yeah. Yeah, dude, because that's like I saw that documentary where they show how the
With the dome. Here he goes again. Go on, sorry.
no, I'm talking about the cable,
Oh.
how they put it in the ocean. It's like, bro, that boat is just full of like that fucking wire.
So what if they run out? They don't plug it in with another cable or what?
No, but then I think they were fixing it, dude. I was like, what the hell? My whole life's been a lie because I thought it was satellites too, you know?
But they
connecting-
can't solder, like, because I'm with Jose. I thought that it would be like, it's
But
not
if it's
one
at the
continuous.
bottom
They
of-
have to keep like solder. Well,
They
as
have
it's
to connect
going
at some
out, they
point,
have
right?
to like weld it or something. So
yeah,
it's
so it does have like dividers, right? So like that cable is showing that it's from like Great Britain, like through the North Africa and like through that sea or whatever. And then it splits into like India and all those other countries, and then it splits some more.
Jesus.
So it just keeps going. So yeah, obviously there's got to be some connection, but like to repair that, I think they reel it all back. And if that shit ever like goes out, that's like no, you're not connected to half the world.
That would take weeks to reel back.
Yeah.
Damn.
Imagine being the guy that has to reel it, dude. That would suck so bad, dude.
You're
How long do
always
you think
at
it would
sea.
take?
You couldn't have a family unless that family lived on the boat too.
Damn, dude. Maybe Paul Bunny would be the only one that could reel back the,
Fucking cable.
you know?
Dude, he would just stand in the water. The water would just come up to his waist. Paul Bunny's a massive giant.
That would be crazy, dude. But then, you know what's so weird? It's like, so they use cable for that, right?
Yeah.
And we're thinking, oh, they got, you know, all this high-tech stuff.
Satellites.
Satellites. But then for the gas, you know, when they had the gas shortage, they used computers to open the door, remember?
Yeah.
And then, like, they had the thing that got hacked, and then the pipeline, it couldn't get open. Now the people in Georgia
Mm-hmm.
can't go to the, you know, Lil Jon concert, you know? So, like, what's, isn't that crazy, dude? You know what I mean?
It's pretty fucking.
Like, they'll do something
mind-boggling.
like that that's just, like, so manual for, that's going to go in the ocean and communicate with everybody in the world. But for your gas pump, you just have, like, a computer that's connecting to, Noah Wallon security or whatever. Is that what it's called?
Norton Security.
You know what I mean? Somebody
Yeah.
is trying to hook up to the internet, hooked up to the gas pump. You know what I mean?
They logged on to one of those crypto sites. It's corrupt. It's a scam.
And we're not talking about the rapper. You know what I mean?
No.
Damn, dude.
That
Dude,
map is
I was
crazy.
gonna ask something weird now. Now I forgot. So we were talking about crypto. What were we talking about?
Yeah.
Crypto, cables.
Be careful with your crypto investments. On my money that I've never invested in crypto, there's a ton of scams going on out there.
You know?
It's
But
a
a lot.
volatile market.
But we're still gonna make the Glocko, the NFT.
Yeah, we'll make
You know
a
what I mean?
non-fungible token.
You know, so you guys can buy it. You know what I mean? Are we gonna buy a house?
I'm gonna make it. I'm the creator.
So all the profits.
Go to him.
Go to charity.
Oh, there you go.
Come on, Javi. You know what I mean? He's so selfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't tip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be the savior, man.
I'm married, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go give my tip to anybody else. What the hell?
Oh.
Hey, oh, you're right. You're
So
I
I
mean,
was
only-
Cynthia. Come on,
only one
Cynthia.
person
on.
gets that tip.
Trying to indict me?
You know what I
What
mean?
the heck?
Indict you, Rico.
Now, speaking about Rico, in Puerto Rico, they never have earthquakes or tsunamis or nothing
They
like
do.
that? They have tsunamis over there,
They have
too?
earthquakes, and there's like I don't know if you could classify them as tsunamis, but there's big swells of waves.
Because I've never heard about like a tsunami like in the Caribbean Sea or in the Atlantic.
They would have to have been. I imagine maybe decades ago.
Is there volcanoes
They would
in
have
the Atlantic?
probably.
Because I know the Ring of Fire, you know what I mean? So over in the Pacific. Hey, Javi, can you look that up really quick? Is there any,
Atlantic volcanoes?
any volcanoes in the Atlantic? Maybe old
I'd
ones.
imagine there's tons of them if they're active or not.
I mean, because there's one by Mexico, right? That goes like
Yeah.
that, but where would it be?
Oh yeah. it's
Haiti, Guatemala has one, but that's still in the Americas.
Yeah, Puerto Rico gets earthquakes pretty often.
So
actually,
most of the volcanoes are like kind of in between, like the U.S. and Europe, and then like more like
they're further north.
yeah further north, and then
Oh, that makes sense. Like
Northern Africa.
Greenland and Iceland.
yeah. And
Oh,
then there's
that
some
would
like
make sense.
there's one like near South America. There's like kind of like the line going down, but it looks like it's just few and far between.
You never get scared of Yellowstone? You know how they say that? Oh, it's a super volcano. You know what I mean? Dude, imagine seeing one of those blow up. You know
Yeah,
what
well, I've seen you've been to Yellowstone and seen a geyser, right?
The what?
The geysers,
No,
like
I'm
the
scared
water.
to even go there, dude. You
I
seen the
went-
geyser?
Yeah, when I was a kid, we went and I saw that, and it was like very small compared to what a volcano would do. And so when I thought of them, like, fuck, a volcano scares the shit out of me.
When you're like, oh, this is so tiny and it still had a lot of pressure.
That's just water jets, yeah.
What about you, Javi? You seen a geyser or what?
Yeah, I have.
You saw a geyser where? Same? In Yellowstone?
I can't remember. I'll have to ask Cynthia.
Dang, dude.
I think it was like in Idaho or something, but yeah. So, but it wasn't Yellowstone.
Javi thinks you said a geyser. You know what I mean? A sir that was a guy.
He's a redundant fella.
No, but what's your like top creepy thing? So mine's like, dude, volcanoes, they scare me, bro. You know what I mean?
Earthquakes.
You know?
Like,
Oh.
without a doubt, earthquakes.
So you got scared when the one happened here?
Yeah, like, I have stuff prepped, like a bug out bag and everything, but there's nothing you can do.
Where
Kinda
do you
like the
keep
tsunami
your
thing.
bug out bag?
In my like right when I open my closet, there's one right there, and then I have one downstairs, and then I have one in the truck.
And what do you put in it?
I just have like essentials like water or a life straw where it filters water so you can drink it. Warm things like wool socks, gloves, knife, fire starter, space blankets. Shout out to the
Buzz
space
Lightyear.
community. What else? Oh, and then like some food rations, like dry food or dehydrated food.
You never got the military kit, that one?
Oh, a first aid kit too, but I don't know what you mean by military kit.
Like, you never got the military ready eating things? Like
Oh, the
food?
MREs,
MREs, yeah.
meals ready to eat or whatever. Yeah, I actually do have those because my brother and I tried some. Some are pretty gross, but I mean, if you have no other option, you're just gonna do it.
What did it taste like? Maybe like blood, probably? Just like...
No, it was very almost. It tasted very chemically. I don't know how to explain it. Like when you walk maybe in the pharmacy and you feel like you smell all those chemicals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what it kind of tasted
so
like.
Tastes like
gross.
an antibiotic.
It was penicillin.
Fuck, I'm allergic. I'll die.
What
But-
about you, Hobby? What do you think you'd be scared of? Something like a volcano, a meteor? Meteors are scary. Do you remember that meteor that
Yeah,
fell in
there's
Russia?
nothing you can do.
Remember that one? The one that fell in Russia?
Yeah.
What are you scared of, Hobby? What natural stuff? The ocean, they got fires. What else they got?
Dude, as a kid, I think I've talked. No, I know I've talked about this. Quicksand.
Oh, quicksand.
I was
yeah,
mortified
scary.
of quicksand.
Yeah. I think quicksand, like when I was a kid, right? I was like, damn, I'm
It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. And I've never seen quicksand in real life.
Me either.
I don't know. I think the earthquake was kind of scary.
When it happened here?
Yeah. Because we were like a mile away from the epicenter or whatever. And the whole building almost, was shaking. And the section of our building was like being built. So the walls weren't
Sturdy.
Secured?
sturdy or secured. So like they moved like a couple inches. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, the walls moved in your
Yeah,
building?
yeah.
Dang, dude, that
And then,
scratchy, huh?
Trippy.
The ceiling tile started falling on me, dude. Like I was like, oh shit, this is it, guys.
You
So that
didn't
was
go
pretty-
look under a table, nothing like that? What did you
No,
do?
bro, because like I had no time, and then you couldn't really walk. Like
Oh,
could-
it was throwing
it
you off
felt like-
balance?
yeah, at least out there, I just heard everybody else screaming. I remember I think one of my coworkers was like under a desk, but the desk had wheels, so it
Oh,
was
man.
like rolling, and I just see everybody like running out, and so I go to the desks, make sure like I get everybody out right, and then like where the cubicles were, it's like all glass, so I was like, what the hell are you guys still doing here? Let's get the fuck out,
Yeah.
But it was just, that was pretty scary. And then you go outside and it's freezing and your nerves are already like jacked up.
Yeah, your adrenaline's like pumping high.
Yeah, the aftershocks too. Like,
Oh,
were
yeah,
pretty
that's
bad.
the one that...
There were several aftershocks.
so many aftershocks, dude. I remember.
And then like by the end of the night, because that happened 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then all
It
of a
was
sudden
like 7:15 or something.
yeah, and then you reach to the end of the night. You've been on high alert. Your adrenaline's you're just exhausted. I don't know
Yeah.
about you guys. I was exhausted the next day.
I made a bug out bag just in case, because I heard, you can have a lot more aftershocks, or then they can trigger another one.
Yeah.
I did
Well,
make a
then
bug
yeah,
out
because
bag.
I was
and-
like waiting for the big one, right? That we're supposed to get.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, if that was like a 4 or a 5, bro, I can't imagine like a 8 or a 9.
Especially in the winter time. Like,
Yeah.
in all honesty, I mean, summer obviously you'd get a different, like a bunch of different issues, but winter here would be brutal if it
Yeah.
hit, because heat source, like, it's absolutely necessary. It's a law in Utah. You have to have it. I mean, cooling is nice, but in Utah, basically, because it's dry, if you find shade, you're pretty good with the heat.
Yeah, I just went to fill up my car with gas. I remember, and then I put my tent outside,
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember
water,
that.
a couple of perishable items. I just put them outside. I was like, oh well, if anything crazy happens, like or if I have to sleep outside or something,
Yeah.
I
it's
did.
already
I
there.
did remember it took like forever to get home, and I was only like a couple miles away. It took like 2 hours.
I just remember it was kind of interesting because it was during, like, right at the beginning of COVID. So people
Yeah.
were extra freaked
Already
out.
freaked out about COVID, and then everybody's like, "Oh, it's end of times." They saw Moroni try to blow the trumpet at the temple. Little did they know he was going through renovation. You know what I mean?
Slipped out of his hands.
So yeah, but that was a pretty sketchy one, dude. I always thought like earthquakes they're pretty creepy too, but
What about you?
I mean, I think I always, what, in a weird way, like I always want to. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in one, but I always think about it all the time. Like what would I do? So I'm always like, I almost always want to be in a situation so I can see if I can stay calm. Does that make sense?
Well, the experience does add to it. Like, there's a lot of people in California that probably think earthquakes are nothing.
Yeah.
'Cause they get tremors all the time. They're not massive ones, but they're probably not going to freak out the way we did here in this state when we got that one, because we don't feel that as often.
Like in Mexico, when I lived in Mexico, there was like a couple of earthquakes. And then there would be these weird things, like you go to the parks. So it's like the park's super huge over there. And there would be like, almost like, in Florida where like the earth kind of cracks open?
Mm-hmm.
Like that would happen. So you would be like...
Well, you're from what, the F, right?
Yeah, Mexico City. So it's like, it's under
It's
like
already...
lake bottom or whatever, you know what I mean?
Okay.
A lake bed. So yeah, but there's like, so over there you'd be walking, like we'd go to the park sometimes and there'd be like little fissures that would form on the ground. Like literally you could fall into one of them. Like if you're just walking,
Yeah.
and you see like sometimes you'd play soccer and your soccer ball would be like, it would go in one of those, and everybody'd always be like, oh, that happened to one kid, he died, don't go in there. That's what your parents would tell you.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know if like how deep it goes or anything like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
But yeah, that was pretty creepy. I saw the volcano over there erupted once
Mm.
when I lived there, and there was like maybe about an inch of ash.
Oh, that's creepy.
But over there, yeah, it was like all hazy and like everything was covered in ash. But what's so weird is like my grandma and anything, they weren't even like, oh, stay inside, you know what I mean? Like they were letting me play with the ash and stuff outside, you know what I mean?
Your own personal
Making little
sandbox.
ash, making little ash piles, you know what I mean? Putting it on me and stuff like that. I was like, dang,
Well,
dude.
It's a natural exfoliant.
True.
But does it have chemicals?
Yeah.
I was out there looking like a gargoyle when my grandma came back. You know what I mean? She's like, hey, we're supposed to be V666. Like, he turned to a statue. You know what I mean? I was just out there.
You break out of it like
You know?
they do in the cartoon.
That Pompeii, you know what I mean?
Yeah, next week, like, well, say your skin's so fucking nice. Like, maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's
No,
all
dude,
this
it's the
fucking
ash.
ash.
Popocatépetl, dude. That's what they call it. And that volcano has a story. You know what I mean? An urban myth. Because there's two volcanoes. There's one that's like this. And then there's one. The other volcano goes like this. Like if a girl's laying down on her, like this, but a girl with big boobs. And the story is like it's some sort of like Aztec god or something like that, and he's like a warrior, and he's got his wife or something like that, and I don't know what happens, and they get killed or something like that, and he cries because he's holding his wife.
Oh, is that the cobijas?
You seen that one with the
Yeah.
volcano?
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, he dies, and they both turn into volcanoes because they just turn into rocks, into giant rocks. So the pointy volcano is the boy. He's like kneeling. And the other one the volcano literally looks like a girl that's laying down and's got tits.
Oh, Romeo and Juliet. I've heard that story before.
You know? But it's originally from Mexico, okay? Come on, Spaniards, try to take our culture. You know?
Assholes.
But that's it. You know what I mean? About natural catastrophes, you know what I mean? We
Natural
open a little bit of a
disasters.
portal.
Yeah.
Natural disasters, but maybe be prepared. You know, I think it's really cool that you have your little bug out bags and stuff. Maybe you can teach me one day, Hoss.
Yeah. I like that kind of stuff. Well, I don't like it. It's more one of those that makes you feel a bit more.
More secure.
Yeah, like when it happens, at least you have something to fall back on.
I'm over here. I'm worried about. Oh, do you know? What am I about stupid stuff? You know, the beer sign fell down. You know what I mean? A TV almost fell down, but
Yeah.
I think that's it for the disasters. You know what I mean? Or national. What national day was that, Javi?
That was.
I don't even remember what it was.
That was a national day. National Tongan Memorials Day. Okay, so hopefully everything gets good. Hopefully your internet works. They must have some sort of internet if they're sending videos, right?
Well, yeah, maybe I do.
Right, like the satellite
Yeah, I
internet.
guess I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I saw the video and it pretty scary stuff.
So maybe we'll watch some after. You guys can watch some after too. Maybe don't. You know what I mean? Maybe say a couple of prayers. And Javi, he's gonna say a couple of prayers to identify a couple things. You think so, Hoss?
Yes, of course.
Out in the world, a couple mysteries. You know. And well, one thing maybe, do you want to invite people to, right before you pull it, Javi?
Yeah.
Hoss, you want to invite somebody to something very special in the Asian community.
Oh yes, there is going to be a performance put on by some immigrants. Do you have the flyer? What happened
Where
to
is
it?
the flyer? I thought it was right here.
You had. Oh, it's right there. You put it under the Larry's
Under
shirt.
yeah.
From the Asian community, we got
Yeah,
the Asian
performing
master,
arts,
Sensei Hoss.
Arguably, I think probably the first documented performing arts civilizations. But for those that are, of course, watching on YouTube, you might not see this obviously if you're on Spotify. But Shen Yun, 2021
It's
to
not the Marvel
2022.
movie.
Okay, they started in Des Moines last year in December. Grand Forks, then Sioux Falls, and they will be making landfall in Salt Lake City, Utah, March 9th to March 12th, 2022.
Okay, and Hoss is gonna be there. He's gonna be one of the hosts.
So here you have Son Goku, okay? I'm just going to give you a bit of a reading of this little brochure and pamphlet. Against incredible odds, many of Shen Yun's artists escaped ongoing persecution in China. Today, guided by their faith, propelled by their work ethic, and refreshed by the freedom they found in the U.S., shout out Patriot Gang, these world-class artists took a profound culture, almost lost under the tyranny of communism, and brought it back to life. So these people are fleeing communism, okay? Through vibrant dance, music, and exquisite storytelling, they created a renaissance. What they built, media and critics call groundbreaking, exquisitely beautiful, a display of excellence, and even a source of hope. On the Australian stage, shout out to Australia, you criminals.
Yep.
Magical, mesmerizing, and sheer beauty. Pause. It doesn't say pause. I'm for effect. An enlightening experience. Okay.
Illuminati.
So
If you want tickets, go to shenyun.com. That's ShenYun.com.
Hoss is gonna be there because we celebrate a lot of cultures here. If you guys haven't noticed by now, this is a minority podcast for minorities only,
I love history.
and all kinds of other minorities, even white minorities.
I love reading about other cultures,
Mhm.
learning about it. So yeah, I will be checking this out for sure.
So how did they tell you that they wanted you to be their host? When did they reach out?
Like how I got a hold of this pamphlet.
Like when they reached out that they wanted you to be there, like that they wanted you to personally be there.
Well, first I got an email on my Gmail account, and I thought it was spam, right? Because, I mean, Grant, I'm going to cut these guys some slack. It says China before communism. I thought they were trying to get me in a scam, right? Some
Yeah.
cryptocurrency, some Chinese crypto.
Trying to
I
make
go,
you the
no,
next
man. So I threw that into
victim.
my spam folder, ignored it. I'm eating some dinner one day. Ironically enough, what am I having? General Tso's chicken. I made it homemade. Delicious, okay? Some ham fried rice. I go to the door, and it is an Asian descent immigrant. Okay, I didn't jump to conclusions on where they were from, but she said, hello, and I go, hi. She goes, very nice, dainty little lady. She's probably maybe in her 50s. My name is Yin Lee. I go, hi, Yin Lee. What can I help you with? She goes, you're a man of culture, and I would like you to attend this beautiful performance. And she hands me this pamphlet. And, she got me there. Look at this little pamphlet. It looks nice. Very colorful.
Vibrant.
They're doing pirouette, or whatever it's called, sachet. Look at these. These guys are professionals. You can tell. And they're escaping communism.
They were doing for so long.
We got to support
know?
these people.
And
They're telling good story, guys.
now, do you think you're gonna be able to take me, or Javi, or?
I mean, it depends, because Javi tends to be flaky sometimes with some of these events. So before I invite you, I'm gonna extend the offer first to Javi.
To Javi?
That's a no. So he's just typing away.
No, when is it?
Between March 9th and 12th this year.
Oh dang! Maybe you guys can take me for an early birthday.
It's gonna be for his birthday, for both of
Yeah.
your guys' birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
a mid-birthday. A mid-birthday crisis.
Oh, that's gonna be cool,
Mid-birthday,
dude.
yeah.
For your
So,
birthdays, wouldn't that be
the
cool?
three of us for sure.
Yeah.
Alice, of course,
I
will be
think Cynthia
talking
could
to you.
go to this one. We could redeem ourselves.
Oh, absolutely. 'Cause
You know?
this would be something I think she would find very endearing.
Well, she did when I took her to Thriller up at the U. She liked that. So I could see her liking this,
And-
you know.
In all honesty, like
And she's a true patriot, so she's down to support
Anti-communism.
anti-communism, you know.
yeah.
So
Asian performing arts, in all honesty, are second to none.
Well, because they're so ancient too.
Yeah,
You know what I
they're
mean?
so good at it.
Like sometimes you see, these Mexicans are dancing with feathers. You know what I mean? Oh, the Aztecs, but that's already been washed down. You know what I mean? The Asian culture.
It's pure.
You know what I mean? It's just like you're witnessing something that's like super old.
Well, and these people, like, they dedicate themselves to it. Like, they live and breathe it. It's not a way to get by. It's like their life. So it's hard to beat someone with that much passion, and like culturally, it's just ingrained. Fantastic performance art. So I for sure will be checking that
You know
out.
what I mean? So we'll be there. Shen Yun.
.com. You can buy your tickets there.
We'll see you there. But Javi, did he pull up the unsolved mysteries? You think?
I would hope so. Because otherwise, I know what our unsolved mystery would be, and it's why he didn't pull up the unsolved mystery. You got it, Javi?
yes, sir.
Let's hear it.
So what is something that you would highly recommend?
Going to Shen Yun.
Huh?
Ooh, there we
So
go.
weird.
That
That is a mystery.
so that it's just that open. It's not
Yeah,
not
something
specific.
Something that
very
you would
ambiguous.
recommend.
Posted by Queen. I assume that's how you pronounce it. Queen Rosa.
Maybe can I recommend something?
Go redhead.
So maybe I know we were joking around a little bit with the tragedies and stuff like that, but maybe to recommend that that you're gonna see a lot of people die. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's like we don't really even think about that. You know what I mean? It's like we're always like, and it's weird. Like, remember you're like in junior high, or like one of your buddies dies or something like that. Shout out to Clay. You know what I mean? Lenny from the slushy maker Clay. Okay, so like one of your buddies dies. You know what I mean? And then maybe another one in later in high school, like one. You know what I mean? And then it's just like you get older and you're like, oh, they kind of start adding up. You know what I mean? But we never even like see that. You know what I mean? So that's what I would recommend, to like know that people are gonna die. So maybe, because I would say, oh, you could be nicer or you could be doing this, but it's just like we kind of get tunnel vision of like, oh, my life's so important, which it is. You know what I mean? But also like everybody else's life is important. Like we've talked about it here, like, oh, you gotta treasure someone. You know what I mean? Or sometimes they're gonna be gone, but we get so tunnel vision of like our life that people never tell us like, oh, people are gonna die, because it's like scary. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just an uncomfortable truth to.
Yeah. Like
kind
your
of
parents never
visit.
tell you, oh, you're gonna grow up, and it's so cool growing up. It's like when you're a little kid, like all you want to do is grow up. Oh, you're gonna be able to work. You're gonna be able to do this, but they never tell you. It's like almost the hardest part about growing up is that you're gonna see, the longer you live, the more people that you see die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what was the question again, Avi? I know I got a
What is
little bit
something
dark.
that you would highly recommend?
Yeah, so that's what I would recommend, to be more aware of the sensibility of life.
I guess
know what I
it's
mean?
you're acknowledging the value of life.
Yeah, because we get
Which,
so like,
yeah, to your point, you get kind of self-centered or don't really like look at things in a specific way, and everyone always. I've never been to a eulogy where they talk shit on the person, right? Maybe the person was a piece of shit, or just generally they were assholes. They're not gonna take the time to disrespect them there. Let them know that you appreciate. Like, if that's truly how you feel, it shouldn't be a lie, right? I'm against lying about someone just because they're dead. But give them the flowers, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, while they're around.
yes,
And maybe they'll stop being so terrible if they happen to be kind of a terrible human.
yeah,
That's actually a really good advice.
be aware
Or not
of that.
advice,
You know what I
but
mean?
The unsolved
Something to be
mystery
aware.
answer.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, guys. We're not. What did it say? Iron Man, not Iron Man. We're not Supermen and Superwomen. Okay, we're just mere mortals, except for Javi.
And that's only sometimes,
Yeah, just when he feels like it.
Yeah.
You have yours, Javi?
when
I have to
people
kind of think
deserve it.
about mine.
I would highly recommend trying out new foods or
good
new
one.
restaurants, or because when we went to Purgatory, I forgot how good food can be.
And I'll tell you something. I would have never gone there by myself.
Oh, I wouldn't have either.
You know, because I'm a hater. I would have been like, bro, it's downtown. All these idiots.
Oh, and first, and honestly, I didn't even know that existed.
Same.
It was by a lamp shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that lamb chop
I
was
didn't
so
say lamp
bright.
chop,
Come on,
okay?
guys.
I'm talking.
They just
lamp,
wanted to make
light
sure
source.
that they know, like, hey, my light fucking works.
Yeah.
You know what I
Those
mean?
were the brightest. You almost got a seashore walking past it. You know what I mean? It was
I
like,
think that was Thomas Edison's lineage right there.
I thought we were going to heaven there, just like I mentioned a little bit earlier.
Benjamin
It's just a lamb
Franklin's,
shop. You know what I mean?
That's the shop that Benjamin Franklin opened up after he discovered.
Where he spread syphilis to everybody.
You know what I mean?
Well, after the electricity was the syphilis. So yes, but yeah, I say like
Electric
go out,
syphilis.
try out new restaurants or even old restaurants and try out new foods.
I think you're pretty good about that, hobby. I'll give you props about that.
Foods.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like if I don't
'Cause
like something, I'm definitely not gonna recommend it. But
But-
I remember, dude, we hadn't been there in like 2 years, or even more.
Yeah,
It must have been more. But
we make fun of hobby a little bit. Sometimes it's like, oh, you tried this place, by the miniature people,
Yeah.
and you waited for 3 hours. You know what I mean? But at least you tried it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've been going to the same restaurant for freaking 15 years.
which is not bad either, right? You always have your constants, but and I
Yeah.
feel like I get stuck in that too. Like, hey, let's go to this place. I love their tacos or whatever. But I like trying new places and Cynthia always
Broadening
makes
your
fun.
horizons.
Yeah.
Even though there's a dome to,
Even though
Yeah.
there's domes
There's a
to
limit to
stop
that
those
horizon.
horizons.
But broaden it as much
Allegedly,
as that
right?
dome will
Hey,
let you.
this is. I've been on the internet too much. If the world is round, you fucking idiots.
It's
There's no.
composed of 2 domes. One dome is upside down.
The other one is
We're in a fucking egg, guys.
Upright.
North
You
and
know what I
south.
mean?
It's a snow globe, but no. Yeah, I think that's what I would highly recommend, and like especially like other cultures or like.
Well, what's the worst culture that you tried, hobby? You think so? Something that was like,
Dang, that's a good question. I don't know.
dude, I'm gonna say straight up Indian food. The one that you took me to. Well, the one that we went together. You didn't take
No,
me
we
to that
didn't.
one.
Yeah, that was a consent. We both consented to go there, and I
Ah.
told you. And I told you
But
to
you
order
liked it
the
or didn't like it?
I didn't like it. The one I had. What did you tell me to order first of all?
the chicken tikka masala.
Well, I wanted to have lamb, right? You figured I'm gonna have some lamb because they cook
Okay.
lamb.
Yeah.
So I ordered a little bit of lamb. What else? I ordered a pizza. And you guys would be
Yes.
like, "Oh, how's beefy 666?" You're just hating. I order a wide variety of dishes when I go to a new place.
He does.
So I ordered like
No,
4
that's
things.
a good thing to do. My benefit is I usually go with like my brother and maybe a couple friends. And we'll order all different things so we can try, kind of like what we did when we went to Purgatory.
Yeah,
I like doing that.
that's
too.
always fun. You know
yeah,
what I
and
mean?
that's what we basically did there. But I warned him. I was like, hey, I don't know about any of that. So grab the chicken tikka masala, and that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it tasted like food for babies, like Gerber for grown-ups. You know what I mean? Everything was mushy. You could
Well, it
get a
was
hint
curry.
of chicken,
It was Indian food. It was curry.
a little bouillon. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
I actually love Indian food so much. I learned how to make curry I make tikka masala, vindaloo, and saag paneer.
Maybe you know how to make that little bread, the naan bread.
The
I don't know how to
breads.
make that yet, but I will.
Oh,
That
dude,
thing
I
was
want to make
delicious.
that bread so much.
But I like the garlic cheese one. Have you had that
oh
one?
no,
No,
dude.
it's
Neither
so
have they.
good.
You know.
It's an impoverished
At least
country,
half
guys.
of the
Stop being
population
insensitive.
hasn't. You know what I mean?
They can't
But I
afford to
think-
have cheese on their fucking bread. Bread is like their main source of food. You think they're just gonna spend cheese?
Yeah, they don't
They
even.
can't touch cows.
They can't
They're
touch
sacred.
cows. They're gods. You know what I mean? We did talk about that once. Cow gods. But yeah, that place I couldn't. The texture was too mushy.
You'll have to tell me what place afterwards, unless you want to run their name through.
I
muck
can't
here.
remember the name.
Well,
What
yeah,
was
we don't.
Yeah, it was like
I didn't
India
even
Street
know,
or something like that. Yeah, it was just.
I didn't even know what it was.
We'll have to go because I love Indian food.
Oh, there was a cute girl there though, huh, Javi?
Yeah, Jose was trying to mac a little bit. Just
little bit.
enough.
I just-
they got
I
great
admired
skin
her.
because of all their spices.
This girl was Caucasian.
Actually, everybody that worked there, everybody that
I
worked
was
there was
thinking they had the
Caucasian.
third eye there and everything. That's
No.
why it probably wasn't very good. I'm kidding. I'm
Maybe,
kidding.
But yeah, this girl
She was super nice though.
She was really nice. That's what I liked about her. She was more girl next door.
You know what? Fun fact for you audience members here at Beans and Rice. Tikka masala is actually a British dish.
Tikka masala. Which one's that one? The one that Javi was eating?
The one that he said he recommended you. I
Oh,
used
come
to
on,
story.
Javi. He's giving me the Britain one.
Yeah.
The
It's-
British version.
It's British.
The British of Columbia.
If you don't believe me, look it up. I'm not wrong.
Well, I mean, if we go that route, tacos are Lebanese.
Well, Al Pastor tacos, if we're talking about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they put it like the euro. They put it like that, and
Okay.
Yeah.
like that mean. That's what they say allegedly. That it's somebody
I
that
think
was
I
Lebanese.
learned, and I haven't fact checked this yet, but croissants are actually French.
They're Mexican.
No, they're from
They're not
Vienna,
Mexican?
which
Is-
I don't know where the fuck that is.
From the sausage trolley. Come on, dude.
Austria,
They're from Vienna?
Vienna, Austria.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Did you know that, Hoss?
I didn't know the food fact about croissants. I knew where
But
Vienna
the goddamn French took it. You
But
know?
how good are croissants? You know what I mean?
If you get a
I
really
think
good
You
one,
don't like croissants?
Not by themselves.
what?
Just eating one by itself.
Dude, you get a fresh one and you put it in milk and you can taste a little butter and
I'm not
flakes.
someone who eats bread by itself. Never.
Oh,
It is a vessel to help carry, and I do believe it can enhance it, but by itself, I do not eat bread by itself.
That's why they're like Virgin Mary. You know what I mean?
Well.
It's a vessel made to carry. You know what I mean? But don't you think so? A croissant
bro?
would
Yeah.
just... It's just like, dude, you didn't even have to
It's
chew
so
it. It just
soft.
melts.
Yeah, melts in your mouth because it's literally like 90% butter.
Yeah, it's like 8,000 calories.
You know what I mean?
I'll eat it in one sitting.
Well, I'd eat 8,500 calories. I'm going to throw some egg in there, bacon, cheese.
Oh no, of course that only adds to the
Yeah, but I don't eat croissants by itself. Never. I
should.
don't do that.
God,
What about
No.
chocolate croissants or almond croissants?
Well, that's different because now you got a different flavor profile.
Yeah,
in
but
there.
then you have diabetes, you know, so it's like
That was so extreme. You know what I mean? You get a
Hey,
different flavor,
no,
now
no,
you
no,
got
no, no.
diabetes.
Not even. He suggests, "Oh, well, what about chocolate?" And I go, "Well, yeah, I do that because, well, now you've got diabetes." So he's trying to sell me on croissants, and now he's backing me off of croissants. Pick a
He
side,
wants to
hobby.
keep all the croissants to himself. you
yeah,
piece
I
of
don't want
shit.
anybody else touching croissants anymore.
Pick which side of the dome you're on, and then let me know.
There's also a fun fact that I will have to explain later off the show because it might start
Riots.
riots.
You know
So,
what I mean? But man, croissants, dude.
it might start burning churches.
I just like a croissant sandwich, like with a chicken salad croissant sandwich. Like I can do that,
oh,
but I
yeah,
don't know.
dude.
I don't know what other stuff I put in it that I like. If I'm making a sandwich out of the
A
croissant,
breakfast
Okay.
croissant sandwich is the best. Bro, you just
I wouldn't say
give it a chance.
it's pretty good.
I think maybe I would choose a bagel over a croissant for a breakfast.
Bro, I would
I
even
would
eat the
not.
ones at Burger King. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
croissant, which is what they
The
call
croissant
them.
witch, yeah, they're pretty good for $2 or whatever. I mean, probably $5 now due
Probably
to
2 for
inflation.
$5 or something.
Let's go, Brandon. You know,
Yeah, get him the fuck out of here.
please,
Thought about-
for the
Hey,
love
this
of
guy
God.
Brandon, get out of here, man! Come on, dude. You're not even on the mic. You freaking idiot. Yeah, get out, dude. Okay, he left. Okay, freaking Brandon, that piece of shit. You know, come on, dude. Let us do the
This is
podcast.
the second time he's in
He's
here.
sitting
That
here
piece of shit.
watching, learning how to talk. You know what I mean?
That's the second fucking time he's
How
in
to
here.
go off the top of the?
Dome.
Hey.
I don't want to say dome anymore.
But did you figure out what's something that you would recommend?
Yeah. And I mean, maybe this only applies to introverts, maybe extroverts. Or actually, no, I think this might apply to extroverts because I think maybe you would say extroverts might not be as genuine with their time, right? I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but that's just kind of the perception. Introverts are selfish with their time, and extroverts are too open with that shit. So we went to the Truly Dedicated concert. I enjoyed like spending time with you guys, even though that's not really a conversation type place. It was nice, I think, to be able to have like a group of friends that are always, you know, kind of together and enjoying time with each other, regardless of what was going on around us. So I think, and I don't mean just doing it, like actually realize in that moment that that's like maybe a special time.
Yeah, it was nice, dude. It was fun.
Like just being able
Even
to,
the dinner after was super fun.
Oh,
You know
way
what I mean?
fun,
I
yeah.
fucking loved it.
it was like you let your hair down, so to speak, right? If you have
Yeah.
chemo, don't know what to tell you.
We
Get
either
away.
gained we either gained followers or enemies. That
Oh yeah,
You know?
because we were being us, and it was really really fun. And like I said, I took several moments while I was there to just kind of reflect on. Didn't have my phone out to record the situation. I know a lot of people like doing that, but take a moment to just live in the moment without anything else going on.
Except for Javi, because he had to get it for the footage
Oh,
for the
hobby,
podcast.
yeah, that's
okay?
his job. Okay, I'm not
my
frowning
job.
upon him. But hey, there were several, minutes on end where he was just kind of enjoying being that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Javi was excited the most,
Yeah.
you know?
We ran into.
well, I never get to go out anymore, so I was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, we ran into. They were there, so it's not like it was a surprise. But okay, the dog came up to us, told us a fucked up joke. He took time to appreciate the people that showed up to support him. Then obviously we pretty much ran into half the Pura Vida gang. Chopped it up with them, chopped it up with others. Magnolia, Cynthia. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
So I think that's what it is put yourself in those moments, and when you're in those moments, appreciate them while it's happening. Not afterwards, but while it's happening.
Yeah. do more a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes. Make an
Yeah,
effort.
because I feel proud that we went out. You know, because we talked about it so many times before.
It was the first time we all went out, right? Like
Yeah. Everybody at the same time.
yeah.
Allegedly.
You know.
Chris Estefano. Need I remind you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, fuck it. They don't even know what day that was. You know what I mean? But yeah, but that one, same thing. We weren't really talking. We're watching more.
Yeah, true.
This other one, we could mingle a little bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Grab some drinks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty fun. You know, so that's a good one. Maybe we'll mingle because we always say, oh, we're gonna mingle a little bit more, and maybe I think sometimes we think, oh, maybe it's not gonna be as fun as a podcast. You know what I mean?
But
But
the
it
funny thing
was,
is,
dude.
it is because here we're confined to like this area. When we're out and about, like the environment is very different. There's different like things going on for us to be able to say whatever we want to.
Yeah.
And you have an actual audience, right? Like,
Oh,
Yeah, we saw Barely Clarkson there. You think we're gonna see that when we're in here?
Oh yeah. We were roasting security guards. Remember at the beginning?
Yeah.
We were doing a lot of jokes.
John
at
the Barber asked us not to roast him.
Yeah.
That's one of the first
And then
things
some people
he
got
said.
offended, you know what I mean? José took a couple of hats off a cat, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, el gato está triste y azul, huh? You know?
Roberto.
You know, so, you know, things happen, but yeah, it was fun because we were just, I think that's like the cool thing about us is that we're still ourselves when we go out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was fun to see that.
I think people realize that too, where what they see here, like what you see here is really kind of how we behave. We literally shit on each other and we shit on everyone. And I prefer it that way, quite frankly.
Yeah, because it's fun. You have a good time. If somebody mocks us, you know what I mean? It's funny.
It really is.
You know what I mean? We think it's fun because it's like,
We make fun of ourselves.
Yeah, you freaking idiot. Look at you. Freaking Elmer Fudd from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rican number.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Hey, don't laugh that long on me, okay?
I didn't
Jesus Christ, dude.
He is wearing camo though. Yeah. He's just missing
But
the...
is Ho's gonna be mad at me the rest of the night, or is
Absolutely
he gonna?
not.
Is he gonna hate me next week?
How can I be mad at the Mexican Ron Jeremy the rest of the night, okay?
Is he?
Allegedly, you know? Allegedly.
Hey, El pistón, you know?
El pistolón
I don't, dude, that
out
was an
there.
insult and a compliment. You know?
Hey, that's how we do out here.
You know, because I did the same. I gave him an insult and a compliment. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think Host got you a little better because that guy's a rapist, I think, now.
He's a therapist, okay, hubby? Put a space in between.
No, I
me.
think he's been...
between the the, okay?
He's been convicted, bro.
Huh?
Oh man.
He's been convicted of rape.
I know. I mean, I knew he was, but that wasn't
Bro,
really the intent of my
it's-
joke.
Right? Come on,
Yeah,
hubby. You gotta get all dark. You can't.
Well, I'm just saying it's funnier to me because
Because he's calling me a rapist.
Because you're-
He's like, Javi's out there really saying, "This is my truth."
no.
He's going in a bit too deep and deeper than Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, dude. Come on. How's
Too
he calling
deep,
me
but
a
it's
rapist?
because it's funny.
Yes.
You know?
It only
Yeah.
adds on to the humor.
We also get along. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, how come you treat Hobby like that?" You know what I mean? How come you treat Alice? You know, you take her watermelons, take her jumbo jet. You know
Because
what
we're
I
all
mean?
about equality here.
Ah,
Everybody gets to smoke, bro.
everybody gets
Everybody.
tortured. You know what I mean? And if you don't get tortured, what happens? That means we don't
like
We don't
you.
fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're not getting, you know, we remain abstinent to those type of.
If you're not playing in the sand ash box with us, you know where you stand.
in the quicksand, you freaking idiots.
And who's gonna help you? Not us.
You know, we're gonna let you drown. You know what I mean?
You think we swim in sand? Look at us.
Let's just say if we had a cup of water and you were on fire,
We would drink it.
we would spill it on the ground. I wouldn't even drink it.
We would be wasteful. We wouldn't even hydrate ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, I would hydrate Mother Earth before you piece of shit.
Dang, dude. Oh, dark hobby sometimes. You know what I mean?
Sometimes he's brutal.
He said, "Oh, I came in tired," and he came in with the energy of Ivan.
The terror.
You know what I mean?
Of Genghis Khan out here, bro.
Hey, you know what was so funny the other day, dude? I was watching, I can't remember, I was watching a show or something like that,
Mhm.
and somebody, I didn't know who Ivan the Terrible was, guys, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I thought he made it up.
No.
Look it up.
Again, I like history and stuff.
It's
so.
the real thing, Ivan the Terrible. Dude, I watch it, I think it was like another podcast, dude, but they're like, this podcast, dude, it's like, God, might have been Bobby Leaks, but, he's into it like an hour long, and he starts talking about Ivan the Terrible.
And that's when you realize what I said.
He's
was
like, hold
true.
this, like,
I started laughing. He's like, "You guys ever seen the documentary of Ivan the Terrible, the new one?"
There's the old one.
And what were you interested, and then you made sense after, or at that point you were like, oh, he really was saying something that was real?
No, I just started laughing because it's like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
to me, it's like, oh, dude, it's like,
Ivan el
I-
Terrible.
I figured that it was like real, obviously after, because I looked it up. But then it almost reminded me of our conversation that, you know, they're just like randomly like us, you know, like
Yeah,
an hour in, and all of a sudden they just start bringing up Ivan the Terrible.
Things pop up.
So it
yeah.
just reminded me of like, you know, that episode when we were mentioning Ivan the Terrible, and I started fucking laughing. You know, there was like nothing funny.
Yeah,
You know,
it's just
my neighbor probably thought it was a crib. You know, it's like he killed a bunch of people, blah blah blah. He was torturing people, and I'm just, you know. Now I haven't seen my neighbor. Where's Courtney? I don't know. Her car hasn't been there anymore, guys.
documentary soon to come out.
I'm lonely. Where's Courtney? The documentary. Where's Courtney?
Let's not start that again.
You know, but I think before we go to wholesome advice, anything, you know, or how are we on time, Javi? What do you think?
I think
We're
we
an
gave
hour
wholesome
and
advice.
a half in already. So
Yeah, and we kind of gave wholesome advice. 'cause
So what do you want to do? Maybe some shout outs, maybe something like that.
Yeah, we
Maybe
can.
some truly dedicated words of advice. Huh? What do you want to do, host? Who knows?
I do want to do a couple shout outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Stacy out in
Germany.
no,
Holland,
close enough.
Netherlands,
The
Netherlands, yes.
Neverland.
Amsterdam specifically.
Neverland.
The red light district, or where is she?
I would hope so. The red light district. She would
This
do
is
well
the
out
red
there.
light
So-
district.
She's a red lighter. What is that one? A gaslighter. Never
A
mind.
gaslighter. Yeah, she's
Think she
gaslighting
knows
everybody out
Ludacris?
there. And it's like the 80s when the monks were being lit on fire to protest.
Not that kind of guy. I was gonna say not that kind of guys. Never mind. Come on, Stacy. What are you doing? You know?
And Jorn, I think that's her man's
Jorn?
name. I don't know if you watch or listen, but if you do, we appreciate it. Stacy's a real one.
Shout
Pretty
out to
cool.
you
She's
guys.
actually really cool.
Hey, we've known,
Yeah.
we worked where we met each other. That's where we met Stacy,
Yeah.
and a super smart lady too. She spoke Spanish really, really well. So I don't know if you still do. I hope you do. But
Now she probably speaks another language. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Dutch. Is that?
yes.
Yeah.
I'd imagine she knows Dutch by now. But
At least a braid. You know what I mean? Give us something. You know,
I just hope you know how to make Dutch babies.
give us an oven.
did you say cupcakes?
Dutch babies.
Oh,
A little Dutch oven she can give us. You know what I mean?
better than an easy bake oven. I know that much. Those pieces of shit ovens, man. A fucking light bulb cooking. A fucking brownie, really? They were gaslighting these
Those are-
females at the end. That's
where-
why these females are all upset now.
They don't know how to
Because they
cook.
can't cook.
Yeah.
They're like, I can never cook because that was their first experience. They got traumatized.
Dude, all they do is they turn on the flashlight on their phone and hover it over the cookie. It's not cooking. They're like, what the fuck is going on? That's not an incandescent light. It's an LED light. It's not going to give you the heat you need.
Yeah, take the bulb out of your lava lamp. You know what I mean?
You would have known if you would have paid attention in any of your STEM classes.
Oh,
But let's blame the men for that.
you know? But what other men can we shout out, or women? You know what I mean?
We shouted out Larry. Shout out to Larry.
I'll shout out to Larry again, you know?
Larry,
Very
your
nice.
boy, and your whole family. Because I think all
You
of you
know?
guys listen is what you told me. So shout out to you guys. Thank you.
Larry and all his family. Familia in Spanish. You know what they say? That's what they say.
Mia Familia.
Who else? You know?
Shout out to Cynthia.
Cynthia, you know, she's watching.
Yeah.
Well, she
She's
said she was behind when we saw her at the concert. She
Maybe.
didn't know. Oh, you know what was funny? When who was it? You or I can't remember. I think it was like somebody else. Like, I know so much about you because of the podcast or something.
Oh, yeah. It was when Alice and I
no.
went to the Palace. And shout out to Piper. She knew so much about me. And she even said that too. Like, I would say, she's like, oh, yeah, you said that on podcast. I'm like, oh, this is weird. But it was cool.
I was talking about Glauco.
Oh.
When he saw Cynthia, remember?
Oh, Glauco
Oh,
knew
yeah.
that about me. Yeah.
He's like, hey.
Oh, I've heard so much about you. I know so much about you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Cynthia was just like, what?
Yeah, she's like, how? Who are you?
And then she just looked at Hobby immediately, you know? That was so
She was
funny.
And
concerned
it's
for her
obvious.
safety.
I thought it was
Yeah.
obvious that it was from the podcast.
Yeah.
It's not like I go around, hey, Cynthia, want to hear about my wife? You know?
He's handing out brochures about Cynthia, like Shen Yun.
So that was pretty funny. ABD the Butcher, you know what I mean? You know, he already got butchered up again, but who else? You know what I mean?
Oh, shout out Angry Man Sean. He purchased the Mona Lisa
Oh
shirt
yeah,
from
thank you
us.
for your
Oh
purchase.
yeah, shout out to
He
Sean.
wasn't there, but I
ABD.
left it in your chair. You know.
Yeah.
I
I
was
have.
Shout out
hoping to see
to
him.
Marco for listening. I don't know if he's caught up, but
Yeah.
shout out to you,
I'll shout out.
We saw him right at the thing.
I don't know. I didn't see him.
Marco.
Which Marco?
Um,
There's several Marcos.
Magno Marco, our brother Marco.
Shout out to him. You know what I
Shout
mean?
out to him.
Protecting the city. Okay, come on, Marco.
He's a city worker.
Yes.
Red light district. I'm just kidding.
The
Claudia.
lady of the night. He's soon going to be working in our new club.
He's a lady boy that he's going to
Gratuitous
be
gentleman.
The other one, what is it? The massage parlor?
the Pecking duck.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll be so excited for the pecking.
He is.
I need more income, guys. I need a third job.
Income is what the women will be doing with me. But,
I'll just be reception, you know.
He's gonna be receiving.
I'll be
not for
receiving-
me. I just got my headband on. That's all I know.
Damn, hubby.
I'll be receiving the money, guys.
don't-
Come on, I'm married.
Oh,
What
okay.
the fuck?
Yeah. There's a local podcast centered around like geek culture, things like comic books, movies, things. Check them out if you want. Geeklopedia. That's GeekLopedia. They're on Spotify and Apple Music and probably any other podcast type applications. But they bought shirts from us too. I already gave it to them. They gave me the money. They bought to support both
You better give him the money, okay? Or I'll come after you guys.
Mona and Mavis.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
That's pretty nice. I
Dang,
appreciate
we'll force
you
them to
guys.
be on the podcast if they don't cough up the money.
You know, maybe we can go on their podcast. They can come on their podcast. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
A lot
Hey,
of
whatever
cum,
you
know
guys
what I
want to
mean?
do,
Yeah.
coming on each other, that's your guys'
You know?
business. You
Hey,
know?
that's at the Pecking Duck, okay?
Sorry.
Come on.
Maybe they
Javi.
can go to the Pecking Duck too. Free 50% off, you know?
We'll give him 50% off. You think
Yeah.
so?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Off the top.
Not the price, you idiots.
Yeah. We need the fucking money.
We're just not gonna jerk you off completely.
We're just going to leave you with the chum.
I think the youth call that edging nowadays.
Straight edge.
Who else?
But that shout out to Dre. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He's
yeah,
always
shout out to
nice.
Dre. man.
Yeah.
He's always, he shares our podcast and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't like that he shares our podcast. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying don't share our podcast. No, but I'm just saying it's just like, I think K the dog, he made a good point. He's like, hey, you do a lot. So that's why.
Well, even before
Does that
that,
make
like
sense?
we already knew he was
Yeah,
already
yeah.
doing so much for the community, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause it's like, for me, it's like, it's like,
That's
I-
why we
I
like
really
going to
appreciate
support
it,
him when
but
he's
it's
like DJing at the bar.
yeah, because it's like,
He's always showing up for everybody else. I like to. He knows too. I chat with him pretty frequently. So thank you, Dre.
So yeah, I don't think he gets enough credit. Not just for being like, oh, you help a lot of people that do
But even for his
social
own
media
content
stuff,
and
but just content. Just like he's just like a great person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's another person that sometimes I literally think it's like, damn, dude. It's like how? Because sometimes I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do this, or I'm too lazy.
But he always finds
And
a
I'm
way to
like-
like help.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn, how? He's always just like
always
constantly
working, bro.
working. You know what I mean?
He grinds.
He's
part
like
of the grinder
DJing,
community.
grinder community. Shout out to Dre. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I always think. It's like, oh, he's always like, people can be like, oh, well, maybe some people get upset if he doesn't reply to them sooner. I don't know, whatever business or whatever he has.
Sure.
But it's like, man, to do that much work and still be positive about helping people, that's pretty hard to do. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not hard for him because that's just who he is. That's genuinely who he is. So
Yeah. But I would even say to me that can be hard to do. Like if I'm exhausted and I'm just like mentally, I don't even want to talk to people. Like I won't. You know what I mean? Like if I'm having a long day, I had a long essay of work, and then I made a lot of stuff or whatever, and then to still, you know what I mean? I'm helpful. Like I care about people, but I'm not gonna
There's a
lie. and
limit
say
to it
It's
type of
like
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
that it's not like super easy. Because if it was, a lot of people, more people would be doing it. You know what I mean?
I think so.
So yeah, shout out to him. He's really nice. Shout out to Spider. You know what I mean? He's pretty cool. He's like 60 years old. Who else do you think? Are we forgetting anybody? Probably a lot of people. People that watch.
A ton. All of you
People
guys
that
that have
listen.
subscribed, we've
Johnny
grown
the
to
Leaper.
78 subscribers as of today. So we appreciate that. If you want to share that with others, we have a goal. We want it to get to. You want to share it or no?
I can't even remember what the goal was. Because dude, we've been passing the goal since all our goals was crazy, and thanks for your support, guys. Like, what's weird is like the second half of last year, like we started growing off so much. You know what I mean? And we were like exceeding almost every single goal. The end of last year.
And it's not crazy like YouTube stardom numbers. That's not what we're after. We want the organic growth, people that actually want to listen to us. We don't want someone to subscribe and never listen to us again. We'd like to retain the people that we listen to. So we have the goal that was discussed previously, and we can reevaluate it. It was 100 by the end of this quarter, so to speak, being March. So by the end of March, we'd like to see 100 subscribers.
I thought it was by the end of the year. By the end of the quarter?
I thought it was, I guess, I swear it was the end of the quarter, but either way. Maybe
Some point in this year, we should see 100 subscribers.
But either way, if you'd like to help us get to it, we'd appreciate it.
Hell yeah, thank you guys.
But again, we really do love having the support from everybody. It's really cool to be able to interact with you guys, whether it be through the DMs, in the chats, or the comment section, I should say.
Too, yeah.
I love it in person the most.
Yeah, because that's what's weird, you know what I mean? That's what makes it fun, is because like people, when you hear like, oh, the inside jokes and,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Where they retain it.
Yeah, where it's like people know inside jokes, things that happen. That's what's like makes it pretty cool, you know? Because it's like Holo said, it's like we don't try to like just add everybody or follow a bunch of people. And some people I know sometimes take offense to that, you know what I mean? Which, like, come on, guys, we don't even like the internet, honestly, you know what I mean? We could be living in Tonga right now. Honestly. We would be good, you know what I mean? So we don't like social media. We barely started getting more on social media this year, well, last year. And, you know, so we don't try to add people. So it's like, just share it, you know? You guys have helped sharing it and tell other people about the podcast. And I think that's what makes it reflect to when, like, you know, how many people always continue to watch it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been pretty cool.
Absolutely.
You know, what about you, Javi? You got anything else?
No, maybe shout out to Joaquin for
the butcher. He's a new butcher.
He's a new butcher, you know,
training.
For butchering me for real, because some of them had haircuts not looking too good, my guy. But I'll sacrifice my hair for you, you know. But still, shout out to you and kudos to you to like change career paths and stuff.
It's hard to do.
Yeah,
you know?
just like, and just even taking that leap is
that
hard.
Chance,
so,
you know.
Yeah, so shout out to you, bro.
Like Columbus, you know what I mean?
Walking the leaper.
Joaquin Leaper. You guys want to make one last thing of street advice? You think so? Truly dedicated advice or not?
I guess we could.
Do you think you can start us off? Because I need to get pumped, so I need you to pump me up.
I gotta think though, like, I didn't think we would.
Yo, come on. Yo. Oh, come on, horse.
Yo. Yeah.
You don't have anything, Javi? You didn't participate.
Off the top? Yeah, Javi, come on.
I'm barely fucking...
He's barely fucking. Yo.
I'm barely fucking, yo.
I consummated once. I got a child.
One hitter quitter.
You just need that one-time success. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. Shooting blanks. Failing. Fertilizing those eggs. You just need the one time. And that one time is when you're acknowledged. People don't acknowledge champions when they're practicing. They acknowledge them in the ring when they win the championship. That's Javi, his child, his born child now.
You got to acknowledge at the hospital.
Formerly unborn.
You don't need to get pumped. I don't know what to say. Motivational.
That was shitty. I'm like way out of my
weird,
right now. Yeah.
It's because we haven't been motivational. Dude, we saw K the dog. Come on.
We did see the K the dog.
Yo. Dogs. Homies. Females. Yo. Check me out, okay? They say you don't want to be a piñata. You know what I mean? Don't get beat up on. Don't get hit on with a bat. You know what I mean? Don't let people pick on you. Don't let people burst you into joy. It's okay to be a piñata, okay? You're going to make people happy because what matters is what's in the inside. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Okay, let's go.
I think I'm starting to feel it now.
Okay, you're starting to feel it?
I'm starting to feel it.
Hey.
They say that one of the best things you can mold your life after is being like a fucking keyboard. Well, guess what? Keyboard's buttons get pressed all the time. And guess what?
What?
Just like a keyboard, none of y'all are my type. Leave me alone. I'm not no keyboard. Don't play with me.
6 feet back. 6 feet back.
Yeah. Yo. They say, stick to your environment. They say, stick to your hood. They say, don't diversify yourself or your portfolio. But I'm telling you, diversify like Omicron. You know what I mean? You're going to have so many different variants, so many different spike proteins. You're going to infect everybody with your joyfulness and your cheerfulness.
Tunnel vision is a thing now? Why does everybody want tunnel vision? If you're on a path, guess what? Paths have little break-offs. Maybe you miss something that's really great on the left or the right side. Maybe you got to make a U-turn. If you're in a tunnel vision, you're going one way and one way only. And that's straight to hell or death. The light at the end of the tunnel, why do you think that fucking term exists?
Most likely both.
Because your dreams are as dead as your tunnel vision.
Damn.
Don't have tunnel vision. You got to have that 360 view. Be a fucking owl.
Be a fucking Xbox, okay? A fucking hammerhead. You know what I mean? They say don't be a fucking hammerhead, okay? Don't go out there and get your head hammered with the boys, okay? I'm telling you to go watch a truly dedicated concert, go with your boys, and go get hammered so much that you have to call an Uber with Magnolia to get your ass home.
God damn.
Bars.
Spectrum talk. Everybody's on the spectrum. Okay? Why are we talking about the spectrum? You could be rich. You could be poor. That means a spectrum. You're going to put that on the same thing? Everybody's part of the spectrum. Just be happy there's a spectrum that we can be on.
Exactly. Everybody's included. They say don't be like a bucket. You know what I mean? People are going to pour, the bucket is half empty. They're going to pour their solution into your bucket. You know what I mean? I'm saying be like a bucket, okay? Have Mr. Clean inside of your bucket so you can mop the floors out of these sins like Bruce Almighty.
Walking a mile in people's shoes?
Walk to.
Go to Goodwill.
There's an entire brand dedicated to buy these shoes, we'll buy other kids' shoes. Stop being concerned with other people trying to walk in your shoes when there's other kids that don't even have shoes.
Yeah.
Go donate.
That's
Selfish pricks.
You got one, Javi?
No, I'm just here for ad libs.
I'm off the top. I'm bad off the top today. Yo, give me another one, host. I need my brain's not.
I needed time after that one.
They say don't play with your Game Boy. You know what I mean?
Why not?
You're
Jose?
gonna ruin your day. You're gonna miss calls at work. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to fake calling in sick because you wanna beat the Elite Four in Pokemon Fire Red. I'm telling you, be a Game Boy. Bring joyfulness, bring more cheerfulness than whatever I said before into even more people's lives. I think I said the same thing as a book.
You've said the same thing like 3 times. The piñata, the bucket, the Game Boy. Point is, be cheerful. Like
with
the cheerful one.
one.
Horse BP 666.
And what does that leave us? The end of the fucking podcast. Number 1 fucking comedy podcast in Utah. It's your boy, the Butter Pecan.
Puerto Rican. And it's your boy, Horse Beefy.
Quasimodo 666.
And it's me, your boy Javi.
Javier.
Thank you, guys.
And what is it?
Oh,
and una vez más,
Dedi'Ked.
Dedi'Ked. All right,
Take
love
care,
you
guys.
guys. You pieces of shit.